Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, welcome to the only stream on the interwebs dedicated to mobile content creators and mobile YouTubers. And if that is what you are, or if that is something that you are into, or something that you aspire to be, or you just want to be cool and hang out in the stream tonight with us, but you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, followed by the notification bell, so you don't miss out on anything. Today, back by popular demand, we are doing mobile channel reviews to find out if your YouTube channel is optimized for mobile viewers. And I'm also going to be answering your mobile content creator and mobile YouTuber questions. Now, we didn't do this before, but we do this on Nimmin Live. I have a link in the description below that's going to open up a forum. Drop your description in there, drop your YouTube channel in there, and I'm going to hop in there from time to time, and I'm going to pull those questions up and answer them in between doing mobile channel reviews. So, I want to say, before I get into any of that, I want to thank the fine folks over at ToBuddy for sponsoring today's show and making it all possible. If you don't know what ToBuddy is the #1 browser plugin and growth app for YouTubers. Link in the description below for that. That is something you definitely want to put in if you need help with your tags or get your titles together or organizing your entire YouTube channel. It is an absolute must. I also want to thank the fine person who gave this stream a thumbs down before it even got started. Thank you, my friend, for your participation. Thank you for the engagement. Your thumbs down means as much as the thumbs up. So for those of you who did not give it a thumbs down, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share this out on your favorite social media platform, and let's get this thing started. Okay, I'm going to jump into the chat. I'm going to see who's here. I'm going to give the proper Nimminati welcome for everybody who's been in here and waiting. I saw the people were building up before I even came in, so thank you for waiting. I want to give a shout out to David, user in Doc. I saw you in here. I saw Josephine DeSmet in here. Neo Crypto Cruising, my brother Nick, Doug Houston YT, the expert plumber Roger. How are you doing, brother? Who else is in here? Tom Gillard. I saw your super chat, Tom. You're going to be the first one pulled up. SP Tech Plus. How are you doing? Paul Peck Drywall in the house. Man, the gang is all. I love it. I love it. So we stream every Saturday. Of course, I stream with my brother. You know this, but I can't wait to come in here and stream on Sunday as well. The guard is in the house. Snowy Rains are in here. A lot of you showed up really early. Chef Jelly back in the house. Am I missing anybody? Don V. Who am I missing? Look at this. Daniel Patel in here with your glorious locks. If you guys have not, okay, hands down, Daniel Patel has the best hair on the internet. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Half Blind Gamer, how you doing, brother? Midnight Madness 4x4, Darren Buss. El Jefe's Reviews, how are you doing, brother? Big hug for you and Paloma. Look at that. AMS, thank you for the super chat, my friend. So the mobile channel reviews, if you haven't seen this before, what I do is I actually pull your channel up and we find out if your channel is mobile optimized. And the way this works is we randomly pull them out of the chat. The mods are going to help me, or your name might catch me or catch my attention, and I might pull you up that way. But if you want to skip to the head of the line, you can drop a super chat any size. That's entirely up to you. That just helps you get noticed because, as you can see, the chat moves fast. There's 113 people in here. And even though I have it on slow mode, it is absolutely cruising, and it's hard to see everything that's going on. So that's how that works. And like I said, oh, Grabster, how you doing, man? You snuck in here. I didn't see you in here. Okay, GGY Si, how you doing? So, who bought stuff for the Black Friday sale? Right? Like, what did you buy? Tell me what you buy. Did you buy any mobile gear? Did you buy? Everybody in here is a producer of some sort. So, did you buy cameras? Did you buy lenses? Did you buy lights? Did you buy any gear? Let me know what you bought. I didn't buy anything yet, but Kajabi has a sale going on, I think, until tomorrow for their platform. It's a fantastic sale. That's going to be the only thing that I actually am going to purchase. Doug, what did you get? You got plugins for Final Cut Pro. Grabster didn't buy anything. Bought a new Presonic Mic I bought some time at work. Hey, Sweeney Dunstan Gaming, how are you doing? You bought a Boya BY-M1, AM5 says. Is that an AM5 or AMS? I apologize, I can't see that. My monitor is squished down here. Look, the Boya BY-M1, fantastic budget microphone, but it sounds like a pro microphone. If you don't know, if those of you are in here thinking about, oh, I need a microphone, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, that thing costs like $17 or $18, probably less with the sales going on. And it sounds amazing. I've got videos on it, and it sounds awesome. Hey, AD, nice for you to come in here. Uncle Dan, how's it going? You bought a whole day off of YouTube. There you go. All right, so Who's in? Oh, okay, bought the Zayun Smooth Q, Freedom Hustler says. Nice. I have the DJI mobile. God, I don't even know what this thing is called. What is that thing called? The Mobile 2 or whatever it is, the gimbal. Fantastic. I'm horrible with names, just so you know. Like anytime I have to like think of like tech names for stuff, I'm always writing like show notes, you know, scribbling down on a piece of paper with a Sharpie. Horrible, horrible, horrible with product names. There's too much stuff to remember. Let's see what you guys bought. Let's see. You got the Smooth Q4. You didn't buy anything. Midnight Madness. You get the Riot 360 camera. That's going to be fun to play with. The Osmo, yeah, the mobile Osmo 2. Sorry, man. Yeah, I'm horrible with product names. Absolutely horrible. So you may have seen on my Twitter, true story, Nick, if you're still in here. So I'm sitting at Subway eating, I don't know, hour and a half ago, and a spider, the huge, I mean, this thing was like this big around, which is crazy because that means that somehow that thing was like on my head for a long time. And this thing just comes down with a web and it just drops right in front of my face. I completely flip out. It was the black hat with like the little silver thing, the Adidas. Take the hat off, throw it across Subway, scream, just scream. Oh my God. This thing was huge, man, just huge. And I had to get the Subway staff to go over there and get the hat. I was thinking about just torching the whole place and running out of there. It was terrifying. Yeah, it was straight out. I mean, it was huge. And I don't know, like, it was on my head. Like, I don't know how long this thing was on my head. I ride a motorbike over here. I mean, it could have been cruising with me on the motorbike. Maybe it got on there from, I don't know. Man, Grabster says, how did you not burn the Subway? Right? It possibly could have happened. Okay, so I'm not going to waste any time today. We are going to jump right into what you came here for. Well, some of you came here for. You want to see how your channel looks on a phone. And we're going to go over that. So Tom Gillard, you dropped the first super chat. So I'm going to pull you up, my friend, and we're going to see how you look here on the iPhone. First up, you are on an iPhone and you fit perfectly. Look at that. Tom Gillard, all things movies, weekly videos. That looks fantastic. I know exactly what's going on. All things. And by the way, you know I love your thumbnails. Nick loves them too. We talk about this anytime we pull you up. Your thumbnails look great. I would say be aware of some of your text that's getting covered up with the timestamp, but I'm just nitpicking here because, I mean, your thumbnails look amazing. But to nitpick you there, that's, yeah, wow. Love these thumbnails, man. Love them. Okay, so I'm going to see what you look like on an Android, and I'm going to guess that it's going to look fine because of your spacing. So let's pull you up on both because, so if you weren't here last week, you probably don't know that Android and iPhone actually pull these up differently. You can see the spacing difference. Hey, Roger, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that a lot. You can see the spacing difference there. You can see there's, I don't know, maybe 10 pixels or so above and below the text in the header on the Android, where on the iPhone it's a little bit tighter. So those are things to keep in mind when you're actually designing your header, because it displays them differently. And if you pull it up on a browser, it's actually going to look differently as well. So, yeah. So, Tom, I think that looks fantastic, man. What do you guys think about Tom? Do you think this looks good? Rate this. Rate this from a 9 to 10. I'm not gonna like get you on the timestamp because I love your thumbnails. I love what you're doing. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate these thumbs? I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna give you like an 8.5 on these thumbs. I'm going to give you an 8.5 in the thumbs, and I think the header is absolutely fantastic. So what do we got in here? 9.5, the Freedom Hustler says. The Predictor, 7 out of 10. You give the channel a 9. Yeah, overall, I'm giving the channel probably a 9 as well. I'm only going to nitpick you on the thumbs because some of your text is a little bit hard to read for me. Just some of it. But your design on here is, oh, look at the Lion King. See, okay, you see how your text is there on the Lion King? That's so much easier to read than if you go to the Fantastic Beast thumbnail down below. You see how when this is shrunk down, the colors and the fonts on Fantastic Beasts, and I know you're using their logo, but I would at least work with the colors there to try to get those logos to pop out more. Man, yeah, these look so good. All right. The Lion King, that's probably my favorite one. That looks fantastic. And by the way, so what do you guys think about The Lion King? Do you really think this is a movie that needs to be remade? I don't know how I feel about that. And full disclosure, I don't remember seeing the full Lion King. I think I've just seen like bits and pieces of the original Lion King. So don't hate me for that. Hey, Adip, how are you doing, brother? You are planning to get a Zhiyun Smooth Q4 gimbal. What's your say? I think get the gimbal that you're gonna like. I mean, I have the Osmo 2 over here for mobile. I know my brother has a couple of different gimbals. I like gimbals, but I don't use them a lot. But if you're doing more cinematic stuff, if you want super smooth slow motion, get whatever gimbal that fits your budget. Crypto Cruising says, buy a Groot beer on me. A Groot beer for you. Yeah, man. Okay, so somebody else dropped a super chat in here, and I need to go in and find you because I lost a channel name here. So give me just a second. AM5. I'm going to try to pull you up. Give me just a second here. Okay, we've got the questions rolling in here on the forum too. That's awesome. I'll get to those here in just a bit. I'm going to pull up AM5 and see what I can do here. AM5, there you are. Tevsden back, you subscribed. Thank you. High five and fist bump. I appreciate it. Daniel Patel says, I like the Osmo 2. I have an issue with it. When you use the front face, I lost you. When you use the front facing camera, it's because you have to hold it and flash. Interesting. I haven't had any issues with it yet. The only issue I had with it, and this is really funny. So I put it in, and the phone keeps tilting on me, and it keeps like, as soon as I turn it on, and the phone just like flips over, and I'm going nuts, and I'm thinking, man, I bought a limb, and I bought, or maybe it's even a bootleg, right? Because I'm in Thailand, and they sell a lot of bootleg stuff here, and my brother comes over, he flips my settings down and turns I always lock my auto rotate on my phone. I hate when my phone auto rotates. So he turns that off and it just flips right back up into spot. So yeah, you have to turn off the locking on your phone if you want to do that. Okay, so AMS Gaming. Let's pull you up and let's see what is going on. So it's okay, it's AM5, my apologies. AM5 Gaming. Hit subscribe. Okay, so here's the thing, and let me pull you up on the Android as well before I get going here. 1 second here. So, I mean, yeah, I know what's going on in your header. AM5 Gaming, it's huge. But if I compare the two, you're going to see your text is getting cut off just a little bit. I mean, this is just splitting hairs here. It's getting cut off just a little bit on an iPhone. I give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. But here's what I would do. Instead of just saying hit subscribe, tell them why they should subscribe. Like, why should they subscribe to AM5 Gaming? What are you doing on the AM5 Gaming channel? Are you a Fortnite gamer, or do you play Minecraft, or what do you play? I don't know. So if I just come to your header here, I don't know what it is that you're playing. So here's what I would do. I would shrink the AM5 Gaming text down. I mean, your font's great. It's really eye-catching. I love the font. I would shrink that down, and I put a little tagline on there up here on the top right under AM5 Gaming that says what your channel is about. If, let's just say, theoretically, you do daily Fortnite gaming or whatever. So you could say that, daily Fortnite videos, right? Or if you want to keep the hit subscribe, tell them why they should subscribe. Give them a reason to subscribe. For daily Fortnite videos, hit subscribe, something like that. Tell them what, hey, is Eileen in the house? I think I saw her sneak in here. Spencertainment TV, how you doing? Nice to see you come in. Yeah, so anyway, just give them a reason. Tell them the value right out front, what you're giving them when they come to your channel. So I'm going to come down and take a look at your thumbnails. I like this top thumbnail here. Is this a trailer? What is this? Bale's a Beast, Android gameplay. So here's something you could do for this top video. This might be your best performing your best performing video, but if you're going to put something here and it's not a trailer, I would at least go back and I would find the video that gives you the most subscribers. Hunt down the video that brings you the most subscribers and put that here right on the top if you're not going to put a trailer. Scrolling down to your thumbs here. PES mobile player level. Okay, I just want to say your fonts are awesome, man. Those are super, super easy to read. But I would try to find a uniform look for everything. So you got these two PES games here on the top, and then you scroll down, then you've got this type of thumbnail, then you got this type of thumbnail, right? Everything kind of looks a little bit different. Now, these are great, man. Like, your font's on point, really easy, but I would fix any thumbnail that doesn't have that look to it. What you want is you want your header, which you kind of do. You've got the same font, you're using the same font. That's fantastic. I think these look great, man, especially to do this before PES 19, how you're putting the players in there. I really like that. I like that a lot. I would run with that. But of course, test them, see how they perform. Look at your CTR on those. But in terms of these top 2 thumbnails, I would get those to match what else you're doing on the channel. Yeah, but that's what I got for you, man. Looks great. All right, I'm going to jump into the... Hey, Hybrid Steel, how's it going, brother? 1 second here. I just started something. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to answer some questions. You guys have been answering questions. You've been submitting these questions down here in the forum. So I'm going to jump in and start answering those. So 1 second here. Okay, the first question comes from Icy Games. They say, how do you make a green screen video on Android? That's actually a really good question. How do you make a green screen video on Android? Okay. There's an app. There might be other ways to do it, but the only way I know how to do it, there's an app called KineMaster. And if you are not able to pay for KineMaster, I actually have a video that shows you how to remove the watermark legally. That's on my channel. You can check that out. But KineMaster has a chroma key feature that allows you to remove or to work with the green screen. So you're going to want to film yourself. If you can, film yourself with a green background. If you can, light it as good as you can, as evenly as you can. Throw that in KineMaster, use the chroma key feature, and then that's going to allow you to add whatever you want behind you. So KineMaster will do that. Actually, you know what? This is actually a really good video idea. I should make a video and show people how. I'll show you this video. I'm going to make this video for you, and I'll show you how to use the KineMaster chroma key feature. Yeah, you see, you got the KineMasters rolling in here. They know exactly what's up here. Okay, so Silver Mix says that Power Director can do that as well. I didn't know that. Thank you for the information. I actually don't use Power Director much. I like KineMaster. I like LumaFusion on iOS. I've been playing with Filmora Go more and more, but for some reason, I'm just not a big fan of Power Director, and I can't put my finger down on what it is. All right, moving on to the next question here. 1 second, see what is going on here. Okay, Jake Magat, he asked, is it okay to have 300 subscribers within 5 months? Is my progress so slow? Here's the thing about subscriber count. Each one of us, we're on our own journey, and we're all growing at a different rate. So without knowing what kind of content you create, without knowing how much you upload, without knowing how engaging you are, without knowing, are you doing anything else for your videos, or are you just uploading them? Without knowing that stuff, it's hard to say. But like the fact that you got 300 subscribers, you have the ear and the eyes of 300 people who are interested in your content, assuming you didn't do sub for sub. And if you're new to YouTube and you're doing the whole sub for sub thing to try to get subs, you need to stop doing that right now, because that does not work. Because what's happening is people are subscribing to you, you're subscribing to them, and neither one of you care about each other's content, so you're not going to watch each other's videos. So you're going to have a high subscriber count, a low view count, and that definitely looks bad. Plus, if you come across people say, oh, I'm going to watch your video, you watch my video, you know how it works. You're not going to watch their entire video, so they're going to come in, they're going to watch what, a few seconds of your video, then they're going to bounce. Well, that's going to kill your watch time, and it tells YouTube people aren't interested in this video. They're leaving after a few seconds or after 10 seconds, and that's you're killing your video by doing that. So stop the sub for sub. I'm not saying that you're doing sub for sub, but if you are, you need to stop. Back to the 300, I think it's fantastic, man. Whatever you did to achieve 300, go into your analytics, find the videos that performed the best for you, find the videos that brought in the subscribers, find the videos that brought in the views, and make more videos like that. Because if you can go to 300, you can go to 600, you can go to 1,000, you can go to 3,000, and on and on. It's just a matter of you just got to put in the work. Hey, David, man. Hey, David, I saw your video today. You're going to go live, or have you gone live already? I saw you're going to go live with Streamlabs. I hope I can catch that. I hope I didn't miss it already. Let me know in the chat or send me a DM on Instagram or something in case I miss it here in the chat. But I hopefully I can catch you go live. I want to see that. Okay. Who else are we pulling up? Who's up next for this for the mobile channel reviews? It's kind of quiet in here. Nobody's talking about getting pulled up. Yeah, Midnight Madness. He streams on Streamlabs. Okay, who's going to get pulled up? Moderators, why don't you pick somebody for me? Pick somebody and let me know who to pull up, and I'm going to pull them up. The Predictor, can I get over? The Predictor, I guess you mean, can you get pulled up? Yes, you can, because you are always here supporting the Nimmin clan, so you can absolutely come up. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up the Predictor. Moderators, just hold that thought. Get your people in here and hold them, and then I'm going to get them here just a little bit later, and I'm going to jump in here and pull up the Predictor if I can find them. 1 second here. Hey, Matt Rose, how's it going? The Predictor. See if I can find you. There you are. Get you pulled up 1 second here, Predictor. Okay, here's the Predictor. Okay, now on a phone, first of all, I love your colors. I love the blue. I love the really bold white text. But you see how small that little tagline is right there in the header? I'm going to pull you up on Android here too and see what Android's doing to you. 1 second. Let me pull this up here. So yeah, so Android's doing the same thing. Android, I mean, it's super small and it's difficult to read. So what I would do, and don't get me wrong, I think this looks fantastic. I'm just nitpicking here. I would enlarge your logo a little bit. You know, be mindful of your profile picture there. I would enlarge your logo a little bit, and I would definitely enlarge the yellow text. So let's see, let the predictions begin. I had to really struggle. I mean, this isn't a huge thing, but if you just want to completely nail basic practices, I would enlarge that and make everything really easy to read. Because look here, people have a really short attention span. If I come across somebody's channel, I don't want to try to figure out what stuff says. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a short attention span. Well, I don't want to have to figure out what a thumbnail says. I don't want to have to decipher what a title says. I don't want to have to figure out what's in a header. I want everything to be fast, to be easy. I'm usually tired when I'm looking at YouTube laying in bed. I don't want to have to think. YouTube's kind of my escape when I'm getting ready to go to bed or something like that. So I don't have to think too much. But anyway, your colors, nailing it. Love it. Scrolling. Okay, you got your trailer there. That's cool. Coming down. Man, look at that. Woo, the thumbnails are hot. Look at that, man. All right, I'm loving these thumbnails. All right, guys, let's rate them. 1 to 10, how would you rate these thumbnails? I'm giving you a 10. Giving you a 10 on these thumbnails because I would absolutely click on these thumbnails. These look awesome. Crypto Cruise 9.5, Ratty Star 9.6. I don't even have to pronounce your name, brother. It SLDE 100, 9s, 10s, 9.69, 10, 10. Your thumbnails look fantastic. I hope they're performing well for you. I hope you have a high CTR on these, but they look really good, man. Like I would click the hell out of these. I think these look great. Wow. Super easy to read. So, okay. Now that being said, look at your header. It looks dope, right? But now come back here and look at your thumbnails. There's a disconnect going on, and this is where we get in and we nitpick on stuff. I would get your thumbnails and your header. I would get that vibe together, right? This is like two different channels in terms of how they look. You agree with me? Right? They both look great. Thumbnails look awesome. Header looks awesome, but they're different here. So yeah, I would do something to kind of pull that together. Get like a constant look going on with your channel here. Other than that, man, I think it looks fantastic. I would totally click these thumbnails. And I'm not even a big wrestling fan, but I would click these thumbnails if I come across them. Beanie says, the mobile is showing even bigger on my monitor right now. Excuse me. Paul Peck, Drywall, great tips. Thank you. All right, who else is coming up? Man, I love those thumbnails. Those are awesome. I love coming across channels like that where it's like, oh man, you're just nailing it. You're nailing it on all of the things. I don't know. Did you do those yourself, or did you pay somebody to do those? Because those are on fire, man. All right. Hey, Felt Gaming, or Felt Kitty, how's it going? Congrats on, oh yeah, Freedom Hustler, thank you so much. I hit 15,000 subscribers yesterday on Nimmin Live. You guys helped push me over that hump. That was, man, that was really cool. I actually went to bed last night and I really didn't process it, you know, because I was trying to work on the stream. We had some problems in here. And I woke up today and I was like, wow, I hit 15,000. You know, went out and had some pancakes to celebrate. Suzy R says, how do you create a banner on a phone? Suzy R, 1 second. I have a video for you. And it's going to drop a link right into the chat. 1 second here. I'm dropping a link right now, as long as it drops, how to make a channel banner on your phone. You can use Canva or you can use PixArt. I think that one is PixArt. Either way, they're both free. All right, I'm going to jump into the questions here, moving right along because they are piling up. Okay, Centiex says, hey D, what's the best way of attracting traffic to your channel/videos? Also, could you review my channel, please? The best way to attract people to your videos, because here's the thing. You're starting out, right? Everybody's starting out, and it's hard to get people to come watch the videos, right? It's hard to get those people to come in because you're uploading it and nobody's finding you. So you've got a couple things you need to do. One, you need to make sure that people are interested in the type of content that you're uploading. They probably are, but you need to make sure of that. You need to make sure there's enough people who are looking for what you're looking for. You need to make sure that you're providing some sort of value to people. You need to make sure that your title is something that's going to get attention and something that's searchable inside of YouTube. So YouTube is a search engine. You know, we say this all the time. I say it on this stream. We say it on Nimmin Live. YouTube's a search engine. People go to YouTube. They type things in. How do I do this? How do I do that? They're looking for things. So if you can craft your titles in a way that can help YouTube send that to people when they're looking for stuff, that's going to help you get noticed. Then you need thumbnails to be on point. Your thumbnails are the advertisements for your video. I don't, you know what? Let me go in and look here. I'm going to go in. I'm actually going to look at your channel. What is it here? Is Centnex your channel name? Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull you up because I'm curious what you're actually doing on your channel here. So give me 1 second. Okay, Centnex. We're going to pull you up, Centnex. And yeah, okay, so you're a gamer. Centnex. Got 105 subscribers. All right, let's see. Okay, Centnex, you are up. Okay, Centnex, mobile gaming. Boom, right out of the gate. I know what your channel's about. Love it. Coming down to your thumbnails. Okay. I'm going to break this down in a way that gamers can understand this. As a gamer, you play a game. You go on missions. You grind it out on GTA. You acquire items and weapons, and you try to get money. You play the game, and it's a quest, right? It's a game. That's what you do. You're a gamer. Well, YouTube is a game. You have to play YouTube the way you play your game. Learning how to make thumbnails is a game. You have to go on a quest to learn how to build thumbnails. You need to get the right software, the right tools to learn how to build thumbnails. That's a quest you need to go on as a gamer. You need to learn how to craft the right titles. That's another craft that you have to do as a gamer. Now, I have a link in the description below. You're a mobile gamer. I have a ToBuddy link down there. It is free to download. Put it on your phone. That can help you with tagging. That can help you with figuring out the right titles. Put that in, learn how to use it. There's a lot of videos online that walk you through how to use it. You need help with your titles, and you need help with your thumbnails. Is Shelly Saves the Day in here? Did I see? Hey, Shelly, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. I saw somebody mention your name, and you snuck in. Okay, so Centnex, back to your thumbnails. Gamify YouTube, right? You're playing your game. You need to gamify YouTube, and all you gamers out there, you need to do the same thing. Play YouTube like it's a game, right? Learn how to make your thumbnails just like you go on a mission. Learn how to craft those titles. You need a lot of work on your thumbnails. Go whatever you're trying to get for your titles here, whatever video you're making, type your title into YouTube, look at the results, and look at your competition. If your thumbnails are not as good or better than the competition, you're not going to get noticed very easily. So this is one of the things that you have to do. Now, here's the thing. We've all gone through this. Every single creator here, and it doesn't matter what size their channel is. If they're 300,000, if they're 1 million, if they're 1,000, if they're 15,000, 30,000, it doesn't matter. We all start in the same place. Nobody opens up PixArt or Snapseed or Photoshop. Nobody just opens that for the first time and then they know how to use it. You know what I mean? Like they have to practice. They trial and error. You got to learn. You have to study other designs. You have to try to emulate other things that you see. You say, oh, that's a really cool thumbnail. How can I build a thumbnail to look like that? And then go out there and practice and try to just build an awesome looking thumbnail. Try to copy it, actually. Go look at the top thumbnail for whatever keyword term you want. Look at the top thumbnail and say, okay, how can I make my thumbnail look like that? And try to copy it. Don't use it, but just try to copy it to build your skills. You need to build the skills up so you can actually take that and come up with your own ideas. But yeah, thumbnails, man, like that's your design. You know, you open up Netflix, you've got all of these movies on there, all these movie boxes, all these movie fronts for Netflix. Those are the ads for the movie. If you open up Netflix and it was like titles only, that would be really difficult. So they give us the pictures. So, and you click a lot of those things based on how the images look. So keep that in mind. Hope that was helpful. All right, let's see what is going on. Flamey, nice of you to make it. Yeah, Ragu Ragtimes, he says copy thumbnails. When I say copy them, I don't mean like jack the thumbnails, then like, you know, use the exact same thing. I mean, like learn how to emulate a style. Like if you don't know how to build these, learn by copying, and then by learning the process, you'll learn how to come up with your own style. But you got to start somewhere, because if you open up one of these apps and you're looking at a blank canvas, it's intimidating. And if you don't have any design experience, you might not know where to start. You might not know what colors work well together. Actually, I have a video. If one of you mods can drop that link in here, I have a video that shows you how to use a color wheel to choose the right complementary colors and contrasting colors to make things pop out and get noticed. But back to your channel really quick here. Yeah, I would say first and foremost, work on your thumbnails. As much time as you spend gaming, I would spend an equal amount of time learning how to make awesome thumbnails. Turn it into a game. Make it fun. Okay. What is going on? Creepy Dan. You made it, brother. I almost didn't stream tonight because I didn't know if Creepy Dan was coming in. Okay, the Kryptonian says, and are you going to, that was awesome. You corrected me last night, by the way. Which mic in Streamlabs Mobile do you select for, hold on. Which mic in Streamlabs Mobile do you select for screen share when using a lapel pin? And can I get your input on my page? Thank you for your videos. I've actually haven't tried that with a lapel. I'll tell you what, send me an email or send me a DM on Twitter and I'll get mine set up and I'll tell you which one it is. I actually, when I did the tutorial, I didn't pay any attention to that. Like with an iPhone, you just plug it in and that stuff works. I rarely have to go in on an iPhone and change anything. I don't know if you're on an Android or not. But yeah, I actually will pull you up because you made me laugh pretty hard yesterday when you corrected me on the kryptonite. Hold on here. The Kryptonian, CKRY. We're going to pull you up. I love the name, by the way. The Kryptonian. Make sure I got the right look here. Okay, now this is something to think about. I love your name, but I'm having a hard time finding you. I have to look by channel instead of in general. Okay, there you are. Kryptonian, we're going to pull you up. And right away, dun, dun, dun. I can tell you've got an Android, right? Let me pull you up on the Android as well. See what you look like there. Why can't I find you? Yeah, so if I search for you just normally, I can't find you. I have to search actually by channel. So right out of the gate, I'm going to say you need to adjust your header just a little bit, just so your name doesn't get cut off. Kryptonian, Chronicles of a Yellow Sun, Terroir, and a new. Okay, everything else fits. I would just kind of squish it down just a little bit and make everything fit. Coming down to your thumbnails, I would also recommend you spend some time really really dialing in your thumbnail game. I mean, these are good to get you started. You're getting some views on there, but again, like your thumbnail, if you have a weak thumbnail, people flat out. Oh, well, let's ask people right here. Drop a hashtag yes or no and let me know if you're searching for a video and it's not an attractive thumbnail. Are you going to click it? Or are you going to go on to the next attractive thumbnail? Yeah, Hybrid Steel right out of the gate. Nope, me neither. Like I need a thumbnail to get, hey, your real estate whisper. I still don't like Star Wars. Careful now, careful. Yeah, see, look at this. Nope, 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 nope. All of these people in here, the Kryptonian, and for everybody, gamers, whatever your niche is, look at the response right now. This is an overwhelming display of nope. Excuse me. Nope, 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 nope. So this is something that you really need to think about. Think about all the time that you're putting into your videos. And this applies to everyone here, not just the Kryptonian. All the time that you're putting into videos, you're researching, you're recording the video. Maybe you write a script, maybe you don't, but I know what you go through if you're putting yourself on camera, how many times you got to say something to get it right. If you're not putting yourself on camera, if you're using images or B-roll, you still have to put that stuff together. You have to edit everything. You have to put it together. You have to upload it. And then you kind of like don't really bring it on the thumbnail. So it doesn't make sense to me to go through all of that work for your video. Go through all, I mean, it's a huge amount of work. Every single person in here knows exactly what I'm talking about. Enormous amount of work. But you also have to bring that on your thumbnails as well. As much time as you're putting on your video, you need to bring it on your thumbnails. I apologize. My throat is really, really dry tonight. When I saw that spider, I literally just like screamed at the top of my lungs like I was a little kid. Up, running around Subway. It was a disaster, and I've been a little sore ever since. Gino cooks, keto, and more. I've learned that using ToBuddy helps. Look, so yeah, if you don't have ToBuddy, if you've just come in here, you don't know what ToBuddy is going to help you get your tags together. It's going to help you get your titles together. And if they don't have this on the mobile version, but if you have a desktop, you can upgrade and get the Legend version, a Legend account, which allows you to A/B test your thumbnails. Basically, you can load up two thumbnails, one, an original and an alternative thumbnail. And over the course of 2 weeks or however long you want to test it, it will then come back and tell you the best thumbnail. And you can look by which one brings you the most subscribers, which one gives you the most view time or watch time, and so on and so forth. If you're YouTubing without ToBuddy, you're definitely missing out. I mean, it's a tool that you absolutely have to have if you are a YouTuber. Link in the description below for that. It's free to install and test it out. Yeah, Hybrid Steel says A/B testing is mind-blowing. Exactly. I mean, you put up two thumbnails, and it tells you which one does better. What else do you need? So like if you're serious about growing your YouTube channel, number one, you don't want to skip out on thumbnails. You don't want to put all this research in, put all the video work together, and then kind of half-ass your thumbnails, because you're going to lose on that, right? You have to win the click. YouTube is fierce. It doesn't matter what your niche is, but if you're a gamer, it's even more fierce. So like, I mean, it's dog eat dog in the gaming market. So you have to put in that time to get the best thumbnails possible. Okay, I'm going to jump back into the question here, the form. Thank you for submitting these forms, by the way. They are piling up. Give me just a second here. For some reason, I just restarted to the beginning. Un momento, por favor. Who is up next? And by the way, for those of you who are submitting your questions through the form, there's a link in the description below for that. Thank you so much. If I find your question to be really interesting, something that I can elaborate on in long form, I might use it in a video. That's why I'm asking for your YouTube channel in the form, because if I do use your question in a video, I want to make sure I give you proper credit. I don't want to say, well, here's a question and I don't remember who asked it and I don't know what their channel is. Okay, so TSSXD says, what can I do to keep my views up? To keep your views up, you have to make content that people want to see. You have to make content that people are interested in. You have to strategically create titles that are going to be easily found through YouTube. You need thumbnails. Like I just said, I just went on that whole tirade on thumbnails. You need to put your thumbnails together So people have to click on them. You saw what happened when I pulled up the Predictor's wrestling thumbnails. I said I would absolutely click on those. I would click on those wrestling thumbnails because they looked hot, right? So if your thumbnails don't look hot, not by your standards, but by people not clicking on your thumbnails, you can go into your analytics. Okay, if you only have access on a phone, if you go in and go to your browser, turn it on to desktop mode, go into the studio beta, then you can go in and you can check the CTR or click-through rate on your thumbnail, and it's going to give you a percentage number. That's going to tell you if your thumbnails are getting clicked or not. I think YouTube says between 2% and 10%. I believe that's the number that YouTube says most channels are getting. So if you're getting on the lower end of that, you probably want to fix that. For me personally, anything that's between like 6 and 8 for me, if it goes lower than that, I try to come back and I work on it. I change colors. I might try to add a face, add myself instead of like a phone or something like that. I'm constantly tweaking that stuff out. But yeah, bring more views. You need better titles. You need hot thumbnails. And you need videos that people are watching. So the longer they're watching your video, that's your audience retention or your watch time. The longer they watch, if you've got a hot thumbnail, you've got a hot title, and then they come in and they're watching, 50, 60% of your video, YouTube is going to, start suggesting that out to people. And then over time, as your channel gains authority, it's going to suggest you out even more. So titles, thumbnails, work on that watch time. Okay, who are we pulling up next? Hey, Costume CO, how's it going? Nice to see you in here, Heidi. So moderators, I asked you before to pull up somebody, please. And you started listing people, but I didn't catch it. Please let me know who you pulled up. Let's see. Beanie Drawl says, I think I timed the super chat wrong, but I think you were busy giving advice and you missed it. Okay, let me jump in here, Beanie. See what is going on. And by the way, Neil, I am going to buy a group beer. Beanie Draws, have a laugh at my 6-foot turkey. But even though it's not really mobile related, would like your input to see if my titles have enough strength. Okay, let's pull up Beanie Draws. It's hard, honestly, it's hard for me to say for your titles because I don't know anything about your niche. Hold on. Beanie. I love your name, though. Beanie Draws. Let's pull up Beanie. Beanie Draws, you are up. Ooh, and you're almost getting cut off there in the bottom. Look at that. You've got an iPhone, don't you, Beanie? Okay, so, okay, here you go. These thumbnails are hot. These are, I mean, look at that. You guys like those thumbnails? Rate them just like we did the others. On 1 to 10, how would you rate these thumbnails? I'm giving you a 9.8 on these thumbnails. 9.8. That's what I'm giving you, Beanie, on these thumbnails. If you totally avoided the timestamp on some of this text, I would give you a perfect 10. So I'm going to come back just a little bit. Look at that. Now, these are dope, man. These are, man, look at those. Like, okay, gamers out there. Gamers, pay attention. I know there's a lot of gamers in here. If you're a gamer, drop a hashtag gamer just to represent. Stand up. Let me know you're a gamer. Let everybody know what you're doing. And then I want you to look at these thumbnails right here because this is a hot thumbnail. These are hot thumbnails. Just like the wrestling channel, the Predictor, those are hot thumbnails. If I come back here, I'm actually going to come up here and go back to the Predictor. I'm going to pull him up too because I just want to put these two thumbnails up here and go side by each. See that? Look at that. Those are hot thumbnails. Now, these aren't necessarily gaming thumbnails. I know you gamers, you've got your own thing going on with the gaming thumbnails, but like, you see how easy to read these are? They're colorful. They're eye-catching. The fonts look good. They're easy to read. They've got a uniform look going on between them. Like, they look the same. They've got their own style going on. They got a vibe, right? Like, that's what you need with your thumbnails. And like I said, gamers, man, like I said, I know there's a lot of you in here. As much time as you spend gaming, you need to spend it learning YouTube. Turn YouTube into a game and learn how to do really well with it. Okay, Beanie. Thumbnails, awesome. Header, borderline getting cut off, but you know I love the header. We talked about this already. Your titles, I don't know, man. I mean, how are these working for you? I mean, you're getting views, you know, 922 views 3 days ago, almost 1,000 views a week ago on that, 643 views two days ago. I don't know how people are searching for your stuff. People probably not searching for a 6-foot turkey. Spino Raptor question mark, how I created my own Jurassic World Spino Raptor. Is that something people are searching for? I don't know. I mean, for me, what I'm doing, I'm trying to put as much emphasis on things that people are actually searching for. So I would phrase my titling around ways that people might be looking. You know, use ToBuddy for that. Go into YouTube, drop down, start typing in the dinosaur that you want to draw, see how people are looking. That's what I would do. But I mean, you're getting views. But I love your thumbs, man. Launchpad Astronomy, nice to see you in here. Yeah, if you guys want to watch somebody draw dinosaur. Here's the cool thing about Beanie. Beanie has been around. Beanie has been around longer than I have been around. Beanie was in, you know, he's part of my brother's original community. He's been a moderator for a long time with my brother. So when I came around, Beanie was here. Beanie was like well implanted here into the Nimminati. So it's so much so that every time I see a dinosaur, like now when I see dinosaurs, if I see a little toy dinosaur, I think Beanie. If I see a drawing of a dinosaur, I think Beanie. Sometimes I see a dinosaur and I want to take a picture of it and I want to send it to Beanie. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, like if you can become known for something, like Beanie has become known as like the dinosaur drawer, right? Like my thing is like mobile, right? Like you don't look at my stuff and say, oh yeah, he's the dinosaur guy. No, I'm a mobile guy. So if you can come up with a way to be known for something, that's a win. So you say the Spino Raptor actually got a 90% score on ToBuddy. Okay, well yeah, roll with it then. Yeah, I'm probably not the best person to ask for actual title structure, but if ToBuddy says 90%, then that's probably a win. But man, I could just look at your thumbs all day. Honestly, I like your thumbs so much, and you're gonna hate me for saying this. Exactly, Paul Peck Tube is the drywall guy, right? The expert plumber, Roger, he is the expert plumber. Like when you get known for something, like that sticks with you, right? That's your personal brand. That's part of who you are, right? So yeah, keep that in mind when you're coming up with stuff. Beanie, you're gonna hate me for this, man, but I would pull some of that, like what you've got going on with your thumbnails right now. I would get that into your header. Maybe that deeper red and the green. You've almost got it up there, but it's just slightly off. Like your thumbs are so rich. And your header, don't get me wrong, your header looks dope, but I would pull some of that red up there. And again, I'm just nitpicking. Yes, Crypto Cruising, you are known for the North Star, Star-Lord. All right, I'm going to jump into these questions here. I'm going to move on to the next one here on the forum. Again, there's a link in the description below to a form that's going to it's going to pop up a form. You're going to put in your channel name and you're going to drop a question. And I'm coming through here and I'm answering these now. I'm not going to be able to get to everybody. There's only so much time I'm going to be on here today, but I am going to have these. They might end up in a video. If they do, I will credit you for that. I might use them somewhere down the road. I might use these for another stream. So if you have a question, go ahead and answer these. And actually for the future, I just thought about this. I'm going to put an email option on here for a future form. So if it's something I can answer easily for email, I can shoot you there too. All right, I'm going to move on to the next one. Nate Murphy says, how do I make all of my thumbnails look alike? And how do I make my YouTube banner tell my viewers what my channel is about? Okay, Nate, you make your thumbnails look alike by creating a pattern. You start by using the same fonts, right? Don't change the font every thumbnail. Use the same font. Use pretty close to the same size of the font. I mean, right here, here's how you do it. Look at Beanie. He's using the same fonts and the same colors, and they have the same vibe. That's how you make all of your thumbnails look alike. And you see in the bottom left-hand corner, he's got his little profile logo on there. That's an identifying marker. So when you come up, okay, human brains, we love patterns. We look for patterns in everything. So when you put a little logo or your profile picture or a letter or a number or something somewhere on your thumb in the exact same spot every single time, That creates a pattern. So if your thumbnail gets suggested later on, people might say, oh yeah, I know this guy. I recognize his thumbnails. Like if I come across Beanie's thumbnails, I know that's a Beanie's thumbnail and I'm clicking on it. So that's how you make your thumbs look alike. Same font, same colors, same vibe. And one way you can do that is by creating a template. I don't know how you're making your thumbnails, but if you're making it with an app or software that you can actually build off of a template, build that template and then put your image over it. Because my thumbnails are template based. I start with a basic template and then I just go in and I change the text and I decide what picture I'm going to use. So I start with one thumbnail that's already built and then I just go in and I just adjust each one. In terms of your header, say what your channel name is, whatever your channel name is, and then you just put a tagline on there. Tell them what you do, what your channel. Let's just say if you're a percussionist, you say you're a salsa percussionist. You know, you could say weekly salsa percussion videos or something like that. You just some tagline that lets people know what your channel is about. You don't overthink it. Just keep it simple. You don't have to go above and beyond. Just keep it simple. All right, I'm going to jump into the chat here. I'm going to see what is going on into the chat. And by the way, if you haven't shared this out yet, please go and share this out on your favorite social media platform and give the stream a thumbs up here. And David, I apologize, David, if you told me when your stream was. Did I miss it or is it coming? I definitely want to stop by because it's getting late over here. It's almost midnight. I don't remember what time you're going live, but I'm keeping an eye out for it. And I hope I didn't miss it because I definitely want to see how you do on using Streamlabs. And I think it's really cool that you watch the video. Now you're going for it with Streamlabs. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, what do we have going on here? So Cooney's Fit says tweeted it. Thank you, brother. High five and fist bump. Paul Peck, I know you tweeted this out. Tweet it. Get it going. Get this thing going. Fire this thing up. Get the engines going. Let it roll. Venture with Sean says, where are you? I am located in northern Thailand. So if you're seeing some stuttering or you're seeing something out of sync or my internet just completely shuts off or the lights shut off, that's why. Moving along here. Hybrid Steel, check mine and Ratty Star's channel to show gamers with two different styles. Yeah, I might pull you guys up here in a bit. Hold on. Gave the stream a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Armor Gaming says, filled out the form. You're the best, Nick Nimmin. Oh, man. All right, I'm out. Peace out, guys. Nick is the best Nick Nimmin. How's that? Nick is the best Nick Nimmin. All right, guys, here's the thing. Do me a favor. Don't beg to have your channel pulled up. Be cool. Just hang out in here. Just ask once because I'm scrolling through the chat right now and I'm looking for names that look interesting. I'm looking for the way people ask. I'm looking for, do I recognize you? Are you somebody who's been in here before? Or is it somebody who has, did you come into Nimmin Live? I'm looking for stuff like that. So be cool. Don't spam. Don't get demanding because the mods will show you to the door. So be cool, people. God, Nick. Will the real Nick Nimmin please stand up? All right, man. I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to answer one more question from the form, and then I'm going to pull up somebody. So hang tight. Next question is, one second here. Moving along. Okay, Grabster. Oh, Grabster, how's it going, brother? Can we get links to all the music you use for this stream? Golden choices, by the way. Okay. For my stream and for all of my videos, I use Epidemic Sound. Hands down, the best music platform out there for being able to put copyright-free music in your videos and your live streams across any social media platform. Nobody gets strikes with them because they whitelist your channel. So it's not like some accidental thing where they accidentally send put a strike on your channel because you use it. Oh, sorry, we didn't know. They whitelist you, so you don't have any problems with that. In terms of the list of tracks that I use, Grabster, I can definitely take a screenshot of the track list and send it to you, but it's all in Epidemic Sound. All right, so who are we gonna pull up? That's right, Heidi, the real Nick Nimmin. Creepy Dan, are longer videos 10 minutes or more promoted more? That's a good question. I don't know the exact answer for that. I think it's going to depend on how long are they watching the 10-minute video. Like if you what's your watch time, right? So if it's 10-minute video and they're watching 2 minutes, but you have a 6-minute video and they're watching for 5 minutes, that 6-minute video is probably going to get suggested out more. So it's going to depend on your watch time. But just because you're uploading a longer video doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be better. The Predictor says, D, when will you return to India? We were going to come to India for New Year's, but we decided against it. We're actually going to stay in Thailand, but hopefully next year we're going to come to India, and I'm trying to get Nick on board with that. I would love to come to India. I would love to come with Nick and maybe do some meetups in some different places. That would be awesome. So to my brothers in India, if that's what you're into, go ahead and let us know. Yes, bring Nick to India. Go ahead and type that in and let Nick see that you want us to come to India and do some meetups. All right, who are we pulling up now? We are going to pull up GGY Si. Yes, you have to pay for Epidemic Sound. Yes, you do. If you have ToBuddy, you can get a discount on Epidemic Sound. And it's not that expensive. It's just, I think, just going in bare bones and Epidemic Sound by yourself, it's like $15 a month. But if you're streaming, if you're making content, if that's what you're doing, totally worth it. All right, GGY Si. You are being pulled up. GGY Si. Where are you? Man, I cannot find you. There's a lot of GGY Si's on here. Let me find your... There you are. GGY Si. Pulling you up. Okay. Here's what we've got. Right out of the gate, you can see that you are definitely going to need some help putting your channel banner together. So I'm going to come in here right now, and I'm dropping a link in the chat that's going to walk you through using a channel banner. Now, the trick to making a channel banner with your phone is, and you're going to see it in the video that I just put in there. There's a link in the description of the video that I just put out, or that just dropped in the chat right there. I'm going to make sure it went out. Yep, there it is. In that description, there's a free template to download that you build on top of. So download that template, open that up in the app, and build on top of it. And what that's going to do, that's going to allow your header art up here, or your channel banner, to actually be sized correctly, because your sizing is way off, right? You can see that your sizing is way off. But all about gaming in terms of the message, all about gaming, that might be spelled incorrectly, unless I'm missing something here. New video every Sunday. Okay, that's really small, but when you size this right, when you use that template and you build on top of it and size it correctly, yeah, then you might be able to see that. But I like the colors. I like the green. Let me hop into the chat 1 second. Expert Plumber says, Nick and D, you are always welcome here in Texas. I need to get back to Texas, Roger. Texas is an awesome state. Okay, GGY Si. So that's it. That's what's going on with your header. Channel trailer. Okay. It's a little bit hard on my eyes, to be honest with you. The green on the green, I probably wouldn't do that. That green text channel trailer is going to stand out a lot more if you had a darker background. For example, I use green a lot on my channel. If you go look at some of my last, I don't know, 10 or 15 thumbnails, you're going to see I've got a darker background and I'm using white and green as a font, and that green just screams off of that darker background. When you put two colors blending in together like this, it's difficult and it's kind of hard on the eyes. I actually wouldn't click on that because I'm thinking, my eyes. Scrolling down to your thumbnails. Okay, I see you're taking screenshots from the games. That's cool. But again, I would work on the text. Now, here's the thing. I like that you're using green. Green's a dope color. I love it. I use it. But if you're using green on lighter colors, it gets lost. Like your first thumbnail here, new flying cars glitch. Yeah, I absolutely wouldn't use green for your thumbs because you're putting these on top of lighter colors. It's going to get lost. You could put you could just go straight up like white with like a nice thick black border on it. That would look cool on here. That would look easy. I mean, scrolling down to the FIFA here, you see how your green starts to stand out more when it's on a dark blue background, right? The darker your background is going to be, the more your green is going to stand out. If you put green on a lighter color, it's going to get lost. So my tip to you is 1, fix your header. 2, learn about color. Learn about complementary colors. You need to figure out when to use the right colors on top of the right things. Lime green on top of a light background is not going to work. If it's a dark background, it's absolutely going to work. So I would say, yeah, number 1, fix the header. Number 2, I would work on your colors, and then work on your fonts. I would try to keep your fonts about the same size if you can, or pretty close to it on all your thumbnails. Make it easy to read, because some of your text on here is a little bit difficult to read. It looks kind of jammed up on there. But yeah, that's what I recommend to you. Okay, now I want to share something with. Is Dr. Sten in here? I know Dr. Sten usually shows in. Hold on here. Josephine says, I want to be happy and enthusiastic because D gives that energy, and he deserves the same, but I'm not and I can. I hope you all have an awesome day. Josephine, keep your head up. I saw on Twitter, it looks like you're going through something right now. Keep your head up. I promise you, as someone who is probably more than twice your age, whatever you're going through is absolutely going to pass. You will get over it, and you will be stronger for it. So have an awesome day wherever you are, and keep your head up. So I don't know if Dr. Sten was in here or not. I know he usually pops in, but we got this on the Nimminati Discord last night. On the Nimminati Discord, because I talked about how I watched one bear video, and I started getting suggested all these bear videos. So Dr. Sten goes into the Nimminati Discord, and by the way, there's a link all the way at the bottom of the description of this video. There's a link to the Nimminati Discord. If you want to join that, that would be very cool. So so he memed me. He has this, he's always memeing me, and he made a meme of me. Yeah. So, so this is what showed up in the Discord last night. So if you've ever wondered what I would look like shirtless, riding a bear in the wild, in a river, while pretending to be the Russian president, then this picture is going to take care of that. So I just wanted to bring this up in case Dr. Sten watches this on the playback. But that's the sort of thing that happens in the Nimminati Discord. I get memed all the time. Yeah. Hey, T-Stamps, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you in here. You're very hairy. Yeah, well, here's the funny thing, and this is a true story. Like, that's not even hairy, right? Like, I have more hair on my arms than that dude has on his chest. So that. Oh, man. Yeah, that picture, right? Yeah, Nimminati Discord, they have an entire area there where they make memes of me, and some of them are gut-splitting hilarious. All right, I'm going to jump back into the forum here. See what is going on in the forum. There's a lot of them coming in. Thank you for these forums. And if you're just joining us, if you're just rolling in here, I want to say thanks for coming by. Give this a thumbs up. Share this out on your favorite social media platform. There's a link in the description below to the forum where I'm answering questions. Leather Smith Reviews, how's it going, brother? Yeah, grabs are weird flex, but okay. And I'm not going to be able to get to everybody. So if I don't get to you, it's nothing personal. It's just obviously there's only so much time. But I am going to hold on to this. I might use it for future videos where you will get credit. I might pull this up on future live streams. So just go ahead and ask your question, and I will get to them the best that I can when I can. Moving on, we answered Grabster here. Okay, Venture with Sean says, why do you think I'm not gaining subscribers? So I'm sure this is one that a lot of people think. They're putting up content and they're not getting subscribers. Now, I'm going to look at your channel right here. Venture Wish, you know what? I'm going to pull you up. I'm going to pull you up. And here's the thing. You've seen the channels that I've pulled up. You see what they're doing with their thumbnails. Venture with Sean. You've seen what's going on with the thumbnails. You've seen what's going on with the channel art. You see what's going on with the titles. So right out of the gate, okay, you got your header on here, Venture with Sean. Artistic. Is that autistic or artistic? It's really small. Forgive me on that. Artistic advantage. Okay, so here's what I would do. Right out of the gate, Venture with Sean. I don't even know what that means. Like, what are we doing with you? So I would put some sort of a tag, okay, a tagline that says what your channel is about. What are you doing on your channel? It looks like you're playing games. It looks like you're hiking. It looks like you're in Walmart. So tell us what your channel is about. Venture with Sean, ABC every Tuesday or Thursday, whatever it is you do on your channel. I wouldn't link your Twitch channel, and it's getting covered up here behind your profile image. But right now, if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, you've got 50 subscribers. If your goal is to grow, which I believe it is based on your question, I wouldn't try to send them off of YouTube. Keep them on YouTube. So I would remove the Twitch thing there in the Twitch URL in your header. And artistic advantage, not even sure what that means. Now, coming down to your thumbnails definitely need some work. I have no idea what's going on with your thumbnails. Okay, you got pumpkin carving. But here's the thing. Your content is all over the place. You're golfing. You're hiking. You're going to Walmart openings. You have questions. You're carving a pumpkin, right? Graffiti art face. So what's happening here is people are coming to your channel. Let's just say theoretically, I found your pumpkin carving video. And I'm thinking, oh man, that's a great thumbnail. I want to go watch this guy carve pumpkins. And I come in and I watch your pumpkin carving video. And then the next video, you show me a golf gaming video. And then the video after that, we go hiking. Man, I came for the pumpkin carving, right? So you're going to turn me off. And I mean, unless you're awesome, unless you were just like the best golf gamer and hiker and Walmart opener person that's ever lived, you're going to turn me off unless you're carving pumpkins as you do those things. So keep that in mind. Variety channels today, variety channels are just not going to do well. So I would pick a topic. Number one, fix your header. Tell me what your channel's about. Number two, or actually you might want to do this in reverse. Number one, find out what your channel is going to be about. Pick a topic and run with it. Go hard with that topic. If you want to carve pumpkins, you be the pumpkin carving guy. Let everybody know in the world you carve the best pumpkins, and everything about your pumpkin, or everything about your channel is about carving pumpkins. Just like everything about Beanie Draws is about drawing dinosaurs. Everything on my channel is about mobile. If you come to your channel, it's all over the place. So right out of the gate, you're not getting those views, you're not getting subscribers because it's confusing. You need to figure out what you're going to stand for, what you're going to do on your channel, and you need to run with it. One thing. Oh, Hefe, you are back. Yeah, Costume CO, exactly. She does costume stuff, like movie costume stuff, specifically on her channel, right? Go hard on the niche, she says. Pick that one thing that you're most passionate about. You've got a bunch of videos on your channel. Pick the one thing out of all those things. Like, hey, if your thing is you want to go to all the openings of Walmart, then you be that Walmart person and you go to every single Walmart opening. But the trick is, how are you going to provide value with your content? So figure out what you're going to do. Figure out how you can provide value to other people, because this isn't about you. This is about the viewers. So provide that value. My value is I'm teaching people how to create content on their phone. I'm teaching people how to be mobile YouTubers. What are you going to do in your channel? All right, I'm jumping back to the chat right here. I hope that was helpful, by the way. Spencertainment TV, Minnesota. Never been there. Oh, El Jefe's got 100%. Okay, guys, right here. El Jefe, if you're wondering, can you grow a YouTube channel on your phone? Can you do all of that stuff on your phone? El Jefe Reviews. This dude is a mobile content creator. He's over 6,000 subscribers now, and he's growing fast. And he just dropped a video, 100% mobile, shot on a mobile, edited on mobile, the whole 9 yards. So if you're wondering what you can do, this dude is doing it right here. And I'm jumping back into the, you know what? Should we pull somebody up? Should we do another? What do you want to see? You want a mobile channel review, or do you want me to jump back into the forum? Let me know in the chat right now. King Sizewee TV, there's your shout out, brother. What are we going to do? Are we pulling up? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Appreciate you, El Jefe, too, man. Much love, brother. Another mobile review, or am I jumping in and answering questions? What are we going to do? Channel review, Suzy R says. Suzy R, I believe the mods recommended you, so I'm going to pull you up, Suzy R. You came in guns a-blazing, and I love that. If you snooze, you lose, and Snoozy R came in and just handled it. Let me find you on here, Suzy R. Wow, you are just getting started. Suzy R. PUBG Mobile Gaming Channel. Okay, right away. I know what your name is. I know what your tagline is, but here's something I want you to keep in mind. What do you think is more important to the viewer? Do you think your name, Suzy R, is the most important thing? Or do you think the most important thing is that you're a PUBG mobile gaming channel? I would flip the size here. Like, to me, PUBG mobile gaming channel, that's what you want to tell people. So PUBG mobile gaming channel by Suzy R or something like that, right? Like, if you look at my channel header, you know, master your mobile, and then with D Nimmin is really small. Actually, I'm gonna pull it up really quick. 1 second. And then Suzy, I'm gonna come back to you 1 second here, just to give you an idea. Man, I'm just like way back. Come on now. Where are we at? Gotta look for myself because I can't. All right. Oh, I'm live. Look at that. Okay, so right away, master your mobile, right? You know right away what's going on. Master your mobile. My name takes a back seat because I want people to know as soon as they come to my channel what this is about. I want you to master your mobile. My name isn't, I mean, it's important for personal branding, but the message I want them to get right out of the gate, master your mobile. So let me go back to Suzy R. There you are. Okay, so anyway, header, I'd flip that. By the way, I like the colors that you're using in your header, the purple and the pinks and the blues. I think that looks really cool. Coming down to your thumbnails. Okay, so this is something that we talked about before. As much time as you're spending playing PUBG, you need to either cut that time in half or spend an equal amount of time learning how to make thumbnails and crafting proper titles. ToBuddy, link in the description below, can help you with those titles, can help you with your keywords, but you're gonna have to put in the work to really learn how to make awesome thumbnails, because here's the truth of the situation. PUBG is fierce, right? Let's look at this, PUBG. And by the way, I just downloaded PUBG on my phone the other night, and I'm gonna start playing this game. So I'm gonna make videos. I'm gonna show you guys how to do all this stuff on your phone. So PUBG, these people are live, but look at these thumbnails. These are people that you're competing with. I'm actually, to be totally honest with you, I'm not that impressed with these thumbnails, but this is who you're competing with. And you can see, like right here, the top 100 funniest moments. That text is easy to read, right? Yeah, I can't say I'm like super impressed with these thumbnails, but that's your competition. So you need to make sure that your thumbnails are at least that. So in your fonts on your thumbnails, I can't read most of these fonts. So you're going to have to come in. I would change the font, simplify it. You've got way too much text on a lot of your fonts. Pick the best, take a screen grab of the best game part that you have, the best gameplay, the most wow moment that you have. Take a screenshot of that, crank up the saturation and ambience in an app like Snapseed. It's a free app. And then come in and just pick like a couple of words to say about that. Nice, bold, easy to read. Like right away, I can read your PUBG mobile gaming, a little small. I can't read anything on your thumbnails. Okay, jumping back into the chat. See what I've been missing. Yeah, so here's the thing. I'm not ignoring anybody. This thing's just moving when I'm looking at the phone. It is hard to see. So hello, my brothers in India. Hello. Hey, my channel wants D. Adeep, have we pulled you up yet? You are in here. You are super supportive, Adeep, so we are going to pull you up, my friend. Let's get you pulled up and see what is going on with Adeep. Adeep Terroir. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. I'm horrible. I'm American, man. We're horrible with names. Nuka Riot, Creepy Dan, you the man. Come to Canada. I don't know if I'm allowed in Canada, man. I don't know. Suzy R, yeah. Suzy R, here's the thing. We all have to improve. It's not just you, everybody. Every single one of us along this journey that we're on, we all have to continually improve. Different people have different skills. You might be able to, you know, like Beanie can draw. He can make awesome thumbnails, right? But he might have to learn a better way to craft his videos to get better watch time, for example. I mean, he might be doing well. I don't know. I'm just using it as an example. Or you might be able to master titles, but your thumbnails are bad. So you're going to learn. It's a continual process. You're never going to nail it. So you're always going to be learning. T-stamps. How do you use the Boya mic if you're only, hold on. How do you use the Boya mic if you are only using a mobile phone? My cell doesn't allow me to record with the Boya and the video record at the same time. T-stamps, that is really weird that your phone doesn't allow it. You've got my email. Send me an email right now. Tell me what phone you have. And let me know if you're using an app or if you're just using the native recorder on your phone. But there should be a way to actually choose the mic. If not, we need to get you hooked up with an app that will do that. Okay. Ed Deep, we're going to pull you up here. Okay, Ed Deep. Okay, your header. I have no idea what's going on in your header. Cool imagery. I don't know what's going on, but what I would do is I'd put your name up there, Deep Terroir, and I would put a tagline and tell people what your channel is about. If you are, what are you doing here? It looks like you're a vlogger. I'm not really sure what you're doing, but I would tell people what your channel is about. Coming down to your thumbnails are a bit all over the place. Some of them look good. Some of them are a little confusing. What I would do, I would try to find a style. I would try to find one look and use the same font, try to use around the same style, the same size of the font, try to use the same colors, try to use the same type of thumb. Basically, you want to build an image, right? You want to build a theme throughout your channel. So go through, try to find a vibe. Like that font's okay. The stretched one, the X, what is this? The Foundation Day. That font's a little bit better. The one on the bottom for the university, that's not stretched. It's actually easier to read. Like, you know, maybe you want to try that font and kind of use it and try to keep the fonts around the same area. And you just want to create a vibe, create a pattern of those thumbnails so people get to learn, hey, that's a Deep's thumbnail. Like they recognize your thumbnail. Try to find, like, you know, on the bottom left or the top right corner or top left corner, bottom left corner, you can put some sort of identifying mark. If your logo, you said the top is your logo, it looks like it's a round thing. You could cut that out and you could stick that in one of the corners of every single thumbnail, making that an identifying mark for your thumbnail. So people, they'll learn that pattern. They'll see that little mark and they'll say, oh, that's a Deep's thumbnail. And it's going to make that a lot easier for people to remember your thumbnails. But yeah, pick a font, pick a style, and run with it. If you said the header is your logo, I love it. It looks cool, but I would still let people know what your channel is about, because when I first come to it, I don't know what it's about. So you can keep your logo, but I would put some nice, easy to read, bold text on there that lets people know what your channel is about. Robin, how's it going? Hey, D, you watched last week. Added a banner, new thumbnails. Please review. Absolutely, Robin. I'm going to pull you up in just a second. I hope you are doing well. At Deep, I hope that gives you something to work with. Just think of it like a series almost, right? Like, let's say you go see your favorite movie, right? I'm going to use Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Star Wars Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of the box covers for Star Wars, though they're not exactly the same, they kind of look the same. They all have the same vibe. They've created a look. If you look at all the thumbnails on my channel or my brother's channel, our thumbnails kind of have the same look throughout. So keep that in mind when you're putting your thumbnails together. Robin loves reading. Let's see, you added a banner and new thumbnails. Let's see what you did here, Robin. Okay. Oh, you definitely added a new header there. Book reviews, hauls, TBRs, wrap-ups. I'm not in your niche, so I don't know what a TBR is, but I'm assuming your community does. That's fine. Oh, you figured it out. You figured out the split. Boom, look at that. Robin, nice, nice, nice. I love it. Book review, you let people know exactly what it is, and you have the cover of the book. I love it. There you go. There you go. Just make sure, like, once you start that pattern, right? Like some of these thumbnails, right? You started it 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago. Then you broke the pattern 21 hours ago, right? You broke the pattern. Keep that going. Once you start with it, make sure every single thumbnail is going to have that. So if you don't have a book to review, if that split screen is your look, if that's what you're going for with your look, I would still do the split screen, but I would put something else on the other side. I would tell people, instead of book review, you could say it's a book haul, and then you could put something else on the other side instead of the book. So if you're running with that split, I would run with that split on everything and make that your vibe, your look. Up at your header, I do like what you're doing with the header. What I would like to see, though, I would like to see the colors and even the color of the font, and maybe even like the size of the font and stuff pulled up into the top. Is that the same font? Okay, it is the same font, but I would try to get the colors up there. If you're going with the darker background and that yellowish font, I would try to pull that up into the header just so there's not a disconnect. But other than that, fantastic, fantastic job. I love seeing people come in and take action and make changes, because that's how you grow, man. Those baby steps, one step at a time, baby steps, small tweaks, as Daryl Eve says, making those small tweaks one after the other. That is how you, that's how you win, actually. One foot in front of the other. All right, I'm going to jump in here and answer another question off of the form, and I see these things are just stacking up in here. So give me 1 second. How do I make all my... Oh, we already answered that one. 1 second. I got to move through here. For some reason, this form just sent me backwards. 1 second. So let's see here. Yeah, and if you're sending me form stuff, be cool, man. Don't put obscenities in the form. That is definitely not cool. Definitely not cool. Okay, David, user doc, and I know I'm pronouncing that name wrong. I apologize for that. It says, can you review how to play music at the beginning of the stream? Excellent way to start while folks are gathering for the stream. By the way, doing an off-grid mobile stream today for the ranch, battery powered. Okay, love it. So here's what I'm doing with the stream. Okay, first of all, I'm using Streamlabs on the desktop right now to stream with. And what I've done is I've created a scene on here, a starting scene where I have the image and I put the chat box up there and I'm playing a song, right? And then I let that play. And then when I want, and I turn the microphone off for that particular scene. And then when I want to go live, I've created another scene, which is this, right? So as soon as I want to go live, I tap on this and then I come here. And it's going to start the music again because I didn't actually turn the music off. So give me 1 second here. I need to do something. 1 second. I will be right back. Do not go anywhere. I just need like 30 seconds and I will be right back. So hang tight, everybody. Okay, so I did the exact same thing here with Streamlabs. I created a scene, be right back scene. Hold on, Heidi, what are you saying? That's some funky, funky music. Are you telling me you don't like the funk? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Heidi? You like Game of Thrones, you like all these cool, awesome costumes, but you don't like the funk? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Man, brown chicken, brown cow. That's right. So I created another scene here in Streamlabs, and I added a transition between the two. So when I need to take a break, change the battery out or something like that, I hit that, transition comes over, music plays. It's the exact same setup as I've got for the starting. I just created another scene, and I'm using the Elgato Stream Deck to use it as a camera switcher or a scene switcher. So as I tap on the Stream Deck, all these different things are showing up like this, right? It's how the iPhone's showing up, right? That is how that works. Funk, hey, hashtag, yeah. Do you like the funk? Do you feel the funk? Hashtag funk fever if you love the funk. I love it. You know what? I absolutely love it. I was born in the 70s. I'm a bass player. I absolutely, you know, Sly and the Family Stone, Ohio players, James Brown, Curtis Mayfield. Man, I could do that stuff forever. Forever, forever, forever. Love it. All right. Who is getting pulled up next? Who's up? Who's up next? Who is up next? Yeah, Chic. Yeah, man. Okay, yeah. I love the 70s, and I just don't think they make music like that anymore. I'm one of those old dudes where they're like, oh, they don't make music like they used to. That would be me, yelling at the sky. Who's on first? Exactly. Viper in the house, the man about tech. How's it going, brother? Hope you were doing well. We're going to pull up Viper. That's who we're pulling up. We are pulling up the man about tech. And if you guys want some like long, like real talk live streams about tech, you need to go subscribe to Viper right now. Which one are we going to pull up? We're going to pull up Viper or Viper Live? All right, Viper, you're up, brother. Viper, the man about tech. Right out of the gate. Your header looks good, man. You got your logo up there. And by the way, Viper has merch. So if you like that awesome logo that he's got merch. Stay connected. Got your socials up there. New videos almost every day. I love that. You're keeping it real. Keeping it real. Coming down to your thumbs. Now, here's the thing about tech channels, and this is kind of, I know you're saying, oh, D, you got to pick the fonts and all that stuff, but here's a lot of tech channels kind of get away, kind of get a pass on this stuff. A lot of them will just take pictures of the thing that they're talking about, so they kind of get a pass when it comes to that sort of thing. Yeah, he's showing the images, showing the thumbnail, or showing the headphones. The folder's real. Yeah, so Viper, here's what I recommend two things to you, Viper. One thing is I would pick a font and run with that font. So if you've got Viper, the man about tech, that font that's in your header, that's the font that I would use on every single thumbnail. I would not change. Dorkia Point, how's it going? I remember it from yesterday. I would not change your fonts. I would keep that same font and use that font. So I would recommend that, number one. Number two, I like what you're doing. You're getting the images in there. But for images where you're showing yourself or you're showing the product, I would use Snapseed. I know you've got I think you've got an iPad, if I'm not mistaken. I would get Snapseed in there, and I would crank the ambience up a little bit. I would add a little saturation, and I might even put a slight vignette, a darkened vignette, that's going to put just a hint of a black shadow in there that's going to help focus your attention. It's going to stay lighter in the center, just a little bit darker on the edges, and our eyes will go more towards the center, and it will bring our attention right to that product. So a little bit of a vignette, and I'd make sure your product is dead center on that or pretty close to it. And then choose the one font, man. I think you're good to go. But you're growing, dude. Dude, this guy is hyped up. If you like hyped up, full energy dudes, like yeah, Viper's your dude. But Viper, here's again, man. I'm nitpicking here. So, all right, back to the forum here because these things are piling up. Moving on. Okay, Musa. Apology for your name here because I know I'm going to slaughter it. Musaid M says, am I doing something wrong other than not uploading because I have exams? Look, you got to go to school. If you're going to school, you have exams. There's just things that you're going to have to do. The whole thing about YouTube is you're going to have to find that balance, right? If you've got a job and you're YouTubing, you have to find the balance. If you're going to school and you're YouTubing, you have to find the balance. As Hybrid Steel, and a lot of you have families, you have multiple children, you have a wife, you have to find that balance. So if you're studying for exams, obviously that's going to take a lot of your time. Your education is important. And you might have to put YouTube on hold for this. I mean, and that's cool if you have to do that. But if you can, find some time. Excuse me, if you can find some time to balance that out, and I know it is hard when you're studying for exams, I would try to find that balance. And, you know, don't overdo it. If you're uploading once a week, upload once a week, even if it's a shorter video. Try to find that balance. You know what? Don't go to the movies. Don't go, sorry. Don't go to the movies. I don't know what you do with your spare time, but in terms of time management, and this is something every single one of us struggle with, you have to look at how you're spending your time throughout the day and figure out what can I cut out in order to make these videos. Because if YouTube is important to you, if growth is important to you, and you want that momentum to build, you're going to have to find something to cut out. And I know this sounds crazy, but If it's important to you and you got to wake up an hour early, wake up an hour early. If that's the only time that you can do it. If you're spending too much time at the cafe drinking a coffee, like Nick and I do, cut that out. Get the coffee to go. Bring it in and record it there. So record and drink your coffee, whatever. Time management. All right, I'm going to jump back into the chat here. Oh, is Weird Heather live right now? Shannon, is Weird Heather live? Yeah, so Rachel Regtime says I edit at the cafe. Exactly. Time management. And listen, every single one of the, like everybody, every single person in this chat, every single person on the internet, I mean, unless you're like a Navy SEAL or something like that, you probably struggle with time management. Romanian dude, how's it going, Romanian dude? He says, hey, Nimmin, I don't know if I should keep going with YouTube. That's a personal decision you're going to have to make. I don't know what your channel's about. I don't know how well you're doing with your channel. I don't know if you're getting any response or not. But you have to ask yourself, why are you doing YouTube? What is your purpose on YouTube? Is your purpose to grow and you're thinking about quitting because you're not growing fast enough? Maybe your expectations are too high. A lot of people get into YouTube and they think, oh, I'm going to throw some videos up and it's going to be easy and I'm going to make money and all that stuff. And then you find out that you got to get, 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. Then you get that. And then you find out that AdSense barely pays anything at all. And that can be a kick. That can be a blow to the stomach. So first I would say, why are you on YouTube? And then if you have this burning desire to make content, if you have this burning desire to make videos and you want to share it out and you want to provide value to people, keep going. But keep this in mind. YouTube's not the only platform. If you're doing the absolute best that you can do, I mean, and truly the best, not just, oh, hey, I'm doing everything that you guys say. And this happens a lot. It really happens with my brother. People say, I've done everything that you've said in your videos. And you pull up the channel and they're really not doing that much that they say. So be honest with yourself. Are you doing the best that you can do? And if the answer is yes, and you're not doing that well, maybe spend some time exploring some other platforms. Stay on YouTube, but maybe try going over to Instagram, go over to Twitch. You might be the best podcaster who's ever lived. Your voice, the message that you had through podcasting might be like podcasting might be for you. YouTube might not be. This is something that we all struggle with. So you're going to have to take a hard look at yourself in the mirror on this one and figure out why you're doing it. And is that reason is just because you don't want to make money or because you have a burning desire to make content or help people? And then I would explore other platforms. That's what I would do. But also keep in mind, like you could quit tomorrow and then like next week or the day after, your channel could blow up. So who knows, man? Yeah, but that's, I can't answer that, that's up for you. All right, who's up next, man? We need to get another channel up here. Who are we pulling up? Nuka Riot. I'm going to pull you up because I like your channel name. Nuka Riot, you are coming up. Nuka, N-U-K-A, Riot. That's a really cool name. I'm guessing you're a gamer. Let's see. But I can't find you. Why can't I find you? Nuka Riot. Wow, I straight up cannot find you. Nuka Riot. One second here. So here's the thing. When you're doing these channels, oh, okay, it's one word. Gotcha. Okay, Nuka Riot. As expected, or as suspected, you're a gamer. Right out of the gate. NRT. Okay, Nuka Riot, I guess. It looks like you're probably a gamer up in the header. I would shrink the NRT. I would shrink it down, and I'd put a tagline down at the bottom that says what your channel is about. What games are you playing? What game do you play? That's what I would do. So header, but I love the colors. I love how vibrant the side images are. I like the big, bold text. I dig it. The NRT in your profile picture is probably not necessary. I had a hard time finding you anyway. I would just enlarge that image and just make it more of a profile picture of whatever's going on in that image. And I'm seeing some super chats coming in here. I'm not missing you guys. I'm actually going to have to come back and dig you up just here in a second when I'm finished with Nuka. Coming down to your thumbnails, I love how colorful they are. They're nice and they're vibrant. I like you're using, that looks like impact that you're using for the font, but I don't like the colors that you're using on the font. I'm not a fan of YouTube thumbnails with gradients in their thumbnails. Like, if you look at this thumbnail right here, and everybody in the chat, let me know if you agree. Hashtag yes, hashtag no. The gradient, how it goes from like orange to yellow to orange. Your font is fine, but I think your color, your gradient is way off here. So I would simplify that. And let me know, yeah, hashtag yes, hashtag no, in terms of, do you like the gradient, yes, or do you not like it, no? See what they come in. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah. So yeah, here's what I would do. I would pick a color. Let's just say yellow. Pick yellow, no gradient, and then maybe thicken your border just a little bit. Maybe run with that. Or you could try white. I would try yellow or white, but I would not use a gradient. It doesn't work well when it's down, yeah. When it's squished down like this. Okay, and as you come down to some of these older videos, pick the same font. One font, run that across all your thumbnails, right? You've got these going on, right? These three look like something. Then you got new, looks a little bit different, right? It's like you got a different vibe going on. Then you come down here, you got white text, different font. So what I would do, pick one font, one style. I wouldn't use it personally. I wouldn't use a gradient. If you are going to use a gradient, I would just use it barely. Not a fan of it though. And then that same, whatever color scheme you run with the font color, I would put that up in your header as well. But other than that, man, yeah, that's good. You've got it. You're going in the right direction. Easy fonts, colorful thumbnails. You just need a little bit of polishing to kind of pull that together. All right, I need to jump in here and see what super chats I missed, because I saw some come in here. 1 second. Let me open up the browser here, see what I am missing. Okay, Jama Creek Crew. I'm guessing you want me to pull you up, Jama Creek Crew? You didn't leave a message, or at least it's not showing up here. So let me go ahead and pull you up. Jama Creek. Is that Greek? Gamma Greek. Gamma. Okay, there it is. Found you. The Dennis family. Okay, looks like a family vlogger. Okay, I just, To Fic Gaming HD. I see you right there. Jack TGG, this is the first time I've seen you in here, man. Apologize for that. This chat is moving fast. I'm getting to as many people as I can. Okay, Jama Greek Crew, the Dennis family. Okay, your header. I like that you have your family members in the header. Jama Greek Crew, like and share, subscribe. Here's what I would do. Instead of like, subscribe, or like, share, subscribe, I wouldn't put that on there. I would tell them what your family is vlogging about. What is this family channel about? What is the Jama Greek Crew, right? Because as I come across right here in your header, I have no idea what the Jama Greek Crew is. So like, share, subscribe. I don't think that's as important in the header. If you're talking in your videos and you're suggesting that they subscribe, give a like, give a share, that's good enough. I wouldn't put that in the header. I would tell them what your channel is about. Now, here's the disconnect. Jama Greek Crew, and then you've got a profile picture that says the Dennis family. Huge disconnect there, right? I don't understand what Jama Greek has to do with the Dennis family. So if Jama Greek is some joining of, because it looks like you've got two different flags on there, if that's a joining of two families or whatever, I might say something in terms of like, you know, the Dennis family, the Dennis family vlog, or daily vlogs by the Dennis family, or something like that, to make that connection that the Dennis family is the Jama Creek Crew. Now, because it's your channel, you're thinking, well, it's obvious. Of course they know what it means. No, it's not, because when I'm looking at it, that's the disconnect that I have. So you want to make this simple so people don't have to think. You made it. It makes sense to you. To a stranger, I'm a total stranger. I've never seen your channel before. I'm not sure what's going on there. So make that connection. Scrolling through your thumbs here, you scroll down. Again, I like that you're putting yourself and your family in here. What I would do, I would pick one font, maybe two fonts. You know, so let's just say you're going to use two fonts in your header. I would use those same two fonts in every single thumbnail. Change the colors if you want. That's fine. Like for Halloween, that makes sense. And to be fair, Halloween, Christmas, special occasions, I think it's okay to change the fonts because that kind of works. Halloween, right? That works. But all these others, I would make sure the fonts are the same, and I would try to get a vibe. Your thumbnails, I mean, I like the pictures that you're using, but your fonts are kind of all over the place. And like, if I threw these out across YouTube, there's nothing telling me that these thumbnails belong to the Jama Creek crew. So at the very least, I would put something in one of the corners, you know, bottom left, top right, top left, that maybe a logo or something to where it creates an identifying mark. So as people find your thumbnails, they know that that little mark belongs to the Jama Creek crew. So graphically speaking, I would go back to the drawing board and start tightening this up, right? Like you've got one look in the header. You got to make that connection to the Dennis family. And then you got to bring that connection down to your thumbnails and hold that strong through your thing. Like happy anniversary. I love that you're putting yourself and I'm guessing your wife in there. But that font, man, I can't even read that font on my phone, right? It's so small, I can't even read it. So pick a nice, easy to read, bold font and just run with that across all your thumbnails. And then try to get like a uniform look. And I understand family vlogging, you want your thumbnails to be spiced up. That's fine. Like stop laughing at me. That's cool. You got your emoji on there over you. That's fine. I would probably use the same font that you're going to use everywhere else. Keep it nice and bold, easy to read. And I'd still put your emoji on there. Here's one more thing you can do. Since you're doing really fun thumbnails like that, you can use a free app called Snapseed. And Snapseed, you can open it up and you can change the saturation and the ambience on there. I've got a video on my channel about Snapseed. And you can really pump up the colors and make your thumbnails look a lot more vibrant. So I would definitely do that as well. And for your thumbnails where you have text on the right-hand side, I'm actually going to have to pull this up on the other view. So your bottom thumbnail here on the right-hand side, this song was made for, it's covered by a timestamp. So keep in mind, text on the right-hand side of your thumbs is going to get covered by a timestamp. So keep that in mind. You might want to switch that back and forth. I hope that answers your questions. You didn't say anything, or at least I'm not seeing anything here on the super chat. So if you ask a question and I missed it, please let me know in the chat. Moderators, please make sure that it gets to me in case I missed what they were asking. But here on my end, it didn't show any message. I apologize for that. Okay, jumping back into the chat here. I see 2 more people come in. I would like a channel review, please. And then, all right, I'm going to hop into the chat for a little bit and answer a couple questions in here. Then we're going to pull some, excuse me. Then we're going to pull up some others. And if you are new, if you've just come in here, if you just woke up and strolled in and you wonder what is going on, we are doing mobile channel reviews in here, and I'm answering mobile YouTuber questions and mobile creator questions. I would appreciate it if you would give this video a thumbs up, share it out on your favorite social media platform, let them know what is going on up in here. All right, what is going on in the chat? How much money should I earn from a channel with 20,000 subscribers? That's a solid question. And here's where a lot of people, okay, are you talking about ads? Are you talking about, like, okay, first of all, what's your niche about? What's your videos about? What's your channel about, right? You don't have to have a lot of subscribers to make money. I met a gentleman at Vid Summit. God, what did he have? Was it 4,000? Yeah, I think he had 4,000 subscribers, but he was making $20,000 a month because he didn't build a YouTube channel. He built a business. And for the 4,000 people that were part of his channel, he built a business around those 4,000 people, and they were paying him for various services. So I don't know what your channel's about, so it's hard to say how much money you should be making. There's a lot of things you can do depending on the type of content that you're making, from sponsorships to selling courses to plus, you know, ads, super chat, live streams. There's a lot of ways that you can make money. So that's kind of like a really open-ended question. And to be honest with you, the subscriber count doesn't mean that much in terms of how much money you should be making, unless it's how much money you should be making on ads. And then the question is, who's watching your videos, right? Are they watching your videos in America? Are they watching it in Canada? Or are they watching it in the Philippines or India? Because based on where the viewer's watching it, you're going to get paid different ad rates based on those different tier countries for advertising. So that's a really difficult question to answer. I'm going to go back into the form here, pull up another from the form. Hope that answers your question, by the way. That's a really difficult thing to answer. Okay, Venture with Sean. Did I already ask that? Or did I? No, we pulled you up. It says, my viewers are not staying to watch the whole video. How do I prevent that? Welcome to the club. So obviously you're looking at your audience retention report in analytics. That's fantastic. Everybody should be looking at your audience retention report. And if I asked this before and most people knew, but I'm going to ask again because this might be a different crowd. Do you know how to find your audience retention report inside of analytics, either on your phone or on a desktop computer? Let me know yes or no in the chat right now while I answer his question. So to get people to watch longer, like if you just try to get them to watch to 50% or 60%, the amount of people that are going to watch 100%, that's going to be a lot smaller for most people. Obviously the bigger channels, the more successful channels, the channels with millions of subscribers, they're obviously getting a much higher watch time. But for the mere mortals like the rest of us, we're in there, we're slugging it out video for video. But I would just aim for something like 50%. And if you're watching in, oh wow, there's a lot of no's in here. That's surprising. No. $1 million question. Okay. So if the answer is no, then I guess I'm going to have to make a video about this. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Notification bell is hit. I will make a video in the near future walking you through how to find out your watch time using the YouTube Studio app. But back to the watch time. You're going to have to, I don't know if you're only a mobile creator or if you've got access on the desktop, but mobile creators are getting shorted when it comes to stats on YouTube. What you want to do, if you can, log in on a desktop on a computer, go to the analytics, and when you look at your watch time, there's an area where you can also play the video. You can play the video, and that the watch time line is going to go, and when you see that drop off, right, that cliff that happens, as you're playing the video, you're going to see, what did I say? What did I show? What did I do to cause that cliff to happen? It's probably something you said. It's probably something that you did. I have something that happened in a video way early on. One of my first videos, right? My watch time was solid, right? It was like a table, completely solid. And I flashed a very bright color screen on the picture of a guy who was holding, like, his hand was up and it was telling them to turn their phone on airplane mode or something. But the picture was like really bright. I mean, it was like a tabletop and a literal cliff the second I showed that image. So my guess is I showed that image and a lot of people were just kind of like maybe watching it in bed, chilled out, and that bright light just hit them in the face. And they're like, nope, I'm out of here. I mean, it was like a table and then like gone, like Niagara Falls, they're out. Yeah, that was crazy. Lizzie Dean Makes, you made it. You finally made it. Lizzie, I was thinking about calling this whole thing off until you come in here. I'm so happy you made it. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of yeses and nos. So for those of you who are no, again, subscribe. I will make a video on this and walk you through it. For those of you who do know how to do it, awesome. All right, I need to come in here and I need to pull up super chats because I know you've been patiently waiting. Saw some others come in. And by the way, okay, so I've got 3 of you that I need to pull up. Heidi, I just got yours too. So for the super chats, I'm not going to pull up any more channels now for super chats. So if you send a super chat in from this moment on, it's just to support the cause and to buy coffee because we're running up on 2 hours here. So I'm going to pull these channels up. That'll be the last of the super chat pull-ups. I will get some other people pulled up, but this is the last of the super chats. Let me get you pulled up. To FIC Gaming HD. That is a difficult name, man, just to let you know. Gaming HD. Okay, let's see. Okay, I found you. All right, you've got 3,000 subscribers, so you're doing, whoa, okay, I need to pull you up on the Android too, so hang on here. Where are you at? 1 second here. Okay, so right out of the gate, I want you to look at the difference between the Apple phone on the left and the Android phone on the right. You obviously made this either on a desktop or an Android phone because on the Android phone, everything fits. You see how everything fits on there? Your font fits in the header. On the iPhone, it's getting cut off completely. So Give yourself some wiggle room and give yourself a good 10, 15, maybe even 20. You know what? I would go like 25 pixels or so of wiggle room around your text to make everything fit, because all of your iPhone users, that's what's happening right there. It's getting cut off there on the top. Be aware of that. Scrolling down to your thumbnails. Okay, I mentioned this before, and you might be doing this already. This top video right here, if you're not using this as a trailer, I would make sure that it's the video that's bringing you the most subscribers, right? Either put a trailer here showing people what your channel's about, or find the video that's bringing you the most subscribers and put that video there, because if people are, because as soon as I load you up, there's that top video. There's a good chance I'm going to click that video and watch it. So it either needs to be a trailer or it should be something that's bringing in the most subscribers. Coming on down to your thumbs. All right, I like your thumbs. I like that you're putting a border around some of your thumbs, but I think you should definitely tighten this up a little bit. I would pick, it looks like you're using some different fonts on here. Again, I would pick one font. You know what? I'm going to pause for a second. I'm coming back up to your header. I didn't even look at the text. The most interactive and entertaining live streams, Monday, Thursday, too. Okay, I'm moving on. Got sidetracked there. Coming down to your thumbs. I would pick one font and I'd run with it. One nice, bold, easy to use, easy to read font, I'd run with that. If you got to change the color of the font here and there because of the background, that's cool. Do that. Pick a font and run with it. If you are using borders, I think that looks cool, especially the red ones there. I would try to use borders that are around the same size. So the turkey hunting border is really thick versus the other borders that are underneath it that are not very thick. So I would just pick a border, you know, a thickness of the border, and I would run with that. Same font, same border thickness. Now, I'm guessing you're doing a lot of this on your phone. I would open up these images in Snapseed, free app, Android and iOS. Crank up the ambience, crank up the saturation, and make your pictures pop. Make those colors really vibrant and really eye-catching, because some of these are kind of washed out a little bit, right? Like you've got these cars over here. Those could be so much more vibrant. And you can use like an eyedropper. You can come in and select that blue and just crank up the color of the blue and make that pop. I do have a video for that, mods. If you want to find that video and drop it in the chat, that would be cool. If not, you can go to my channel and you can find my Snapseed videos where I talk about improving how your pictures look. Scrolling on down here. Okay, GTA. You're taking screenshots from GTA. I would definitely pump these up. They do look washed out. They do look a little bit, yeah, they're washed out. Ambiance saturation is going to make those colors really come to life. And you can also add some sharpness in there and some detail. I got a question. For those of you in the chat right now, I'm talking about Snapseed. I'm talking about making your pictures more vibrant, adding some sharpness. Are you interested in watching? I'm not going to do it today, but are you interested in watching during a future live stream? Would you like to watch me actually take some images, load them into Snapseed, and walk you through the process of making your pictures come to life and add more color and more saturation, everything? If that is something you want to do, drop a yes in here, because I know a lot of you know how to do this. And I'm not going to go like in depth with Snapseed, but I can definitely show you through walk you through the basics of like, okay, every single photo, you at least need to do this, right? A little bit of ambience, a little bit of saturation, a little bit of sharpening, a little bit of vignette. So yeah. Oh, Mike Van Doozy. For M&M's, no review, you rock. Everybody enjoy the holidays and get to crush 2019. Mike Van Doozy. Dude, I'm still inspired by your header yesterday. Thanks for coming in here and dropping the 5-spot, brother. I do appreciate it. You have an awesome holidays as well. Man, Christmas is coming. What? Right? Wow, Christmas is like right around the corner. That's insane, man. Okay, so back to your thumbnails. Actually, I'm going to see what you guys said. I'm not even paying attention. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I'll get that set up for a future stream. I'm going to walk you through the process of, you know, and it's real easy. 2, 3, 4 steps can really make a huge difference with bringing your images to life. So, to FIC Gaming, definitely more vibrance. Pick a font, pick a border thickness. Try to get your look together. Get your vibe together. And I dig your logo. I dig this little mask thing that's going on here. If that's what it is, it's shrunk down here. I can't tell. Think about dropping your icon, your little profile picture, like in the bottom left-hand corner, or the top left-hand corner or the top right-hand corner of every single thumbnail at the exact same size, at the exact same place to create that pattern, to create that identification for your thumbnail so people can identify, oh, that's the thumbnail that belongs to that channel. So that's what I would work on. Minor tweaks, dude. I mean, you're going in the right direction. You understand it. You've got a good understanding of what's going on here. You just need to polish it up. All righty. Car Galaxy Studios, what's going on? He dropped the Snapseed beginner link. Thank you, man. Okay, so Car Galaxy Studios, and I think Beanie Draws just dropped it too. This video is going to help you get into the basics of Snapseed. I will go through this live again. I will walk you through the process. So if you guys have questions again, maybe next Saturday or next Sunday, maybe I'll do that. I got to find the right images and so I can bring them in and pump them up for you guys. I'll try to pick a gaming image and I'll try to pick some other type of image as well. All right. Coming back into the chat here. The Mitten Dad, what is going up? Good to see you in here. I'm happy to be live, man. I love live streaming, man. Like, obviously you guys know I come in here and I stream every Saturday with my brother, which is an absolute honor to come in here and with all you guys and with him. And I learned so much sitting here, but it's really cool doing this on my own as well, kind of figuring out the process of how to get your own show to move along and how to hold everybody in the chat. By the way, talking about holding people, if you're liking this so far, if you're just coming in, if you haven't done it already, give this a thumbs up and share it out on social media. That would be awesome, and I would greatly appreciate that. Give me some love. Give me some sugar. All right, I'm going to pull up the next. Oh, hold on real quick. Dorka Point. My channel's under review for 2 months with no updates from YouTube. What should I do? Wait or open a new channel? Look, YouTube is public about being backed up. I've talked to people who've been waiting for months, 4 months to get approved. So I would reach out to them on Twitter. I think it's like Team YouTube or something like that. They're very responsive, but they're probably going to give you a canned response. But I would stay on top of them. I would reach out to them. I would even hassle them a little bit and just, but I know they're backed up. They are severe. I mean, think about it. Think of how many channels across the world they're trying to look at. And they're not just doing a quick review. They are going through your videos. They're watching everything. They're looking at everything to figure out if you should be monetized or not. So it's quite a backlog. I would just be patient. That's what I would do. Obsessed Challenges. How's it going? All right, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to pull up another channel. Costume CO, I see you. I'm going to get you pulled up right. I've got one more, then you're coming up. Sky High Pyro Technic. Okay, this sounds like a firework channel, and you just had my full attention. That sounds awesome. Sky High Pyrotechnics. Let's see. There you are. And I hope this is about fireworks, because what a cool channel to... Excuse me, what a what a cool channel to have. Okay, Sky High Pyrotechnics. Let's see. What are you doing here? Fuse for... Okay, yeah, your fireworks. Okay, I dig it. Okay, so you've got your logo at the top, Sky High. Obviously, people in your niche know what this is. I would put a tagline up there to let people know exactly what you're doing on your channel. Are you teaching people how to build fireworks? Are you showing the best fireworks around the country, around the world? What are you doing on your channel? I would write that into a tagline. So basically, I would move your Sky High, your logo here. I'd move everything up, put a tagline underneath that, maybe in white or something like that. Let them know what the channel's about. Channel trailer right there. That's good. Moving down to your thumbs. Okay, so you're like straight up firework man. So, true story, Nick and I used to take Roman candles. Those of you who know what Roman candles are, light those things, and we would shoot them at each other. Man, I miss being a kid. I don't know how I survived with all of my limbs and eyes, to be honest with you. Weird Heather, Prodigy. Man, I miss Prodigy, right? Prodigy was an awesome band back in the day, and that was a great song. Pam Duthie, how you doing? Hybrid Steel, you don't have to be a kid to do. Here's the thing, man. Like, you can get away with that stuff when you're a kid. Like, I can get Roman candles and, like, shoot them each other's face when we're a kid. Super stupid. Don't do that. But as an adult, No, you can't do that, right? Like, first of all, you're like, what's going on? And we both wear glasses anyway now, so it wouldn't be as fun. Yeah, we did some really dumb stuff as kids. Really, really dumb stuff. All right, back to the channel. I like that you're putting the fireworks in the images. That lets people know exactly what's going on. There's no question what's happening here. If you want to up it just a little bit, pick a font. Pick a font. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the font that you're using up at the top, but that is what you're using. You get your logo here, so let's run with that. Take that font and use that font in your thumbnails. I wouldn't be changing the fonts. Keep it simple. Keep it about the same size. And again, I would go into whatever editing program you have or software, Photoshop or Snapseed. Snapseed is free. I would go in, saturation, I'd bump it up. Ambience, I'd bump it up. A little bit of contrast. I'd even put, like I talked about with Viper, I put some a slight vignette around these thumbnails to draw that focus right into the center, right into the firework. Yeah, you don't need to do much. I mean, just a little bit of polishing on these thumbnails, because right now it's a picture, it works, but it's not a vibrant picture, right? It's not a picture that really grabs my attention. So you can come in and crank that stuff up, make those colors really, really eye-catching. And in terms of your fonts, like let's say here, you've got the $200 stash. That font is so small and so easy to read, I actually overlooked it until just a second ago. So if you're using that font that's up at the top, bring that down, make your font bigger, make it larger. Just use, 2, 3, 4 words maximum. You don't have to say a lot. You're doing that right. The ball shell scam, right? That's fine. Bold, easy to read font, pull it down from your header. So that's what I'd recommend for you. You're heading in the right direction. You get it. You understand what's going on. You just need a little bit of polishing in terms of getting that look together. Saturation, ambience, a little vignette to focus the eye in right to that firework, right over you're trying to display there in the thumbnail. All right, let me jump to the chat for just a second before I pull up Costume CO, which is awesome because I just love costumes. Yeah, Heidi, I'm actually painting. Okay, so as anyone knows who paints, you can't paint very well in a humid environment. The paint doesn't stick well, stuff like that. So it's cool season now here in northern Thailand, and the weather just cooled off. The humidity kind of went away a little bit. So I'm finally able to go back out and work on my costume stuff and get the painting done. So yeah, when it's all finished, Heidi, I'm definitely coming on your live stream like we talked about before. Official Raw Trick says, I've been using ToBuddy and it's awesome. Thanks for the great tips. There you go. Look, he says it right there. If you're not using ToBuddy and you're a YouTuber, you're missing out. I mean, none of these apps, none of these growth tools, these aren't like the end all be all. You're not going to install this thing and it's going to like change your life, but it's a tool. It's a very powerful tool. You're not going to build a house with a bunch of rocks, right? You can't go in there and just start throwing rocks down. You need hammers, you need saws, you need electricity, you need all that stuff. ToBuddy is a major tool to help you with growing your channel. So if you don't have that, there is a link in the description below. It's going to take you for a free download for that. Look, if you're using ToBuddy, drop a hashtag ToBuddy in the chat right now, just in case there's somebody on the fence who's like, I don't know if I should get it or not. Let them know what you think about ToBuddy, that you're using it, so it's helpful. I swear by it. I swear by it. And not just because they sponsor the stream, because it's like a legit helpful app. And people in the chat, they're going to come in right now and they're going to tell you. See, look at that. ToBuddy, ToBuddy, ToBuddy. Right? There it comes. Yeah, Beanie, electricity helps a lot. It does. I would say ToBuddy would be the electricity of building the house. Right? You've got other tools out there. There's hammers and all that other stuff out there. There's circular saws. ToBuddy is the electricity that brings it. Okay. Costume CO, you are up. Oh, yeah. Look at all this ToBuddy. Look at it. Look at it. That's a lot of ToBuddy love right there. That's a whole lot of ToBuddy love. I like it. Okay, Obsessed Challenger says, how does ToBuddy help though? Okay, when you're coming up with your video ideas, okay, here's the main thing I use ToBuddy for. I use ToBuddy for helping me find the right titles. If you're putting your titles inside of ToBuddy, it can grade the titles that you're trying to use and give you a score and let you know, okay, this title isn't going to work for you based on your channel size, based on your competition. So you can kind of keep working the puzzle with your title until you find a title that's actually get a higher score. And ToBuddy says, this title is actually going to work better for you. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to put it up and you're getting 1 million views. It just means that you've got a much better chance of getting ranked, getting suggested out based on the information that ToBuddy has on your channel and the competition out there. So out of the gate, it helps you with your titles, right? I start every single, actually it's my second thing. The first thing I do is I go into YouTube, I start typing in, you know, how to do this, what to do this, you know, iPhone, Android. I look at the drop downs, that's how I get my ideas. Then I take them into ToBuddy and I start looking at the rankings and how they score me from there. Now it also helps suggesting the right keywords or tags to use. So if you're curious about how do I use the right tags, how do I find the right tags, ToBuddy will give you suggestions on the tags as well and kind of rank, you know, rate those that pertains to your channel and the competition. So keywords and titles, fantastic. Like that alone, if you're not doing that, you're guessing, right? Like if you're not using that, you're just completely guessing, and that's probably why you're not growing. Yole Muffin says it's not free. They do give you a free version, right? You can download the free version, but you don't have, it's limited. Like you can look for like, I think it's 3 keywords, right? But it's, look, the app is like $3, $2.99 or something like that, $2.99 for an app that's going to help your YouTube channel grow. So you can use the free version, but just know that it does limit you. Now, if you do have access to a desktop computer, and Hybrid Steel is going to get my back on this one if he's still in the channel, you can upgrade to the Legend account. Now, if you are straight up serious about YouTube, the Legend account gives you A/B testing. This allows you to take one thumbnail, compare it against another thumbnail over the course of a week or 2 weeks, and it's going to come back and it's going to tell you which thumbnail is getting the most clicks, which thumbnail brings the most subscribers, which thumbnail gives you the most watch time. So you can choose which thumbnail is actually doing the best for you. Look, a lot of these big channels, they're not guessing, right? They're using data through tools like ToBuddy to actually build their channel. So that's how it helps you. Tech Autoblog says, what is the best feature of ToBuddy? For me, I have a Legend account, which is, I honestly, I can't imagine running YouTube without it. The best feature for me is running the A/B testing. For me, that's hands down. Like if you go to my channel, you see my thumbnails, and you know, a lot of people comment on my thumbnails, dude, your thumbnails look great. And you'll see my thumbnails will change from time to time because I'm testing them and I'm putting up thumbnails that get the most views or the most subscribers, depending on what my goal is for that particular video. So for me, hands down, you're right, you have to have Legend, the Legend account. Yeah, Beanie Draw is another great feature. You can sort your comments by people you haven't replied to yet. That is super convenient. So if you're getting a lot of comments, ToBuddy definitely helps with that as well. There's a ton of features, and I should probably pull this up on a live stream as well in the future and walk you through some of the features. And maybe we'll do that over future, like, you know, one stream focus on one feature, another stream focus on another feature. Milker MLG, I cannot get Legend because it's not on my Play Store. I am sorry to hear that. ToBuddy's not on your Play Store? Oh, you're on a mobile. Okay, yeah, here's the thing. As a mobile, for the mobile app, you cannot get Legend, unfortunately. You need a desktop browser to get the Legend account. Scully's Tackle Box, you and your brother are becoming my go-to. High five and fist bump. Oh, he's talking about the app Legend. I got you, Hybrid. Okay, yeah, so there, okay, sorry for the confusion here. There is an app called Legend that helps you make intros with. That's completely different than ToBuddy. ToBuddy has basically a tier status. You have a free status and I think 2 others, and then like a Legend account, if I'm not mistaken. The Legend account gives you A/B testing with your thumbs. The Legend app has no relation to ToBuddy, and that's for making like intros and moving text and that sort of thing. Weird Heather, that's right. All hail the Nimminati. Boom. Okay. Costume CO, you are up. I know you've been waiting patiently. Thank you so much. And by the way, if you left a question in the form and I don't get to you by the end of the stream, I do apologize. I'm not ignoring you, but I am keeping this form. I might use your question in a future video. If I do, I will give you credit for that. And I might pull this up in a future live stream, either here or on Twitch. And I'm glad I just thought of that. I'm going to start streaming on Twitch fairly soon. And I'm on Twitch. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Let's connect in all of these places, especially on Twitch. because I will be doing a lot of stuff over on Twitch. So I'll be doing this, but I will be doing, I might loosen it up a little bit over on Twitch, and I might be a little more game heavy over on Twitch. So if you got a Twitch account, go over there and let's connect over there. Okay, Costume CO. Hey, thank you. Thank you for dropping that in there. We're going to pull you up. I love this because she's into the costumes and I'm into the costumes. So Heidi, what do you think about Game of Thrones coming out next year? Who's a Game of Thrones fan? Okay, first and foremost, who watches Game of Thrones? My girlfriend got me into Game of Thrones. I can't believe I didn't watch it. She got me into it, and I'm just completely hooked, and I cannot wait until the next season. Oh, man, I am hooked. Just completely hooked, and I can't wait. Right? Oh my God, right? Pam Duthie, Game of Thrones is life, right? Of course, Game of Thrones, right? Man. Like, how awesome is it? So I'm trying to get Nick to watch it. And you know how it starts, right? The first handful of episodes are kind of slow. So he's kind of in that slow stage. And I'm trying to push him to get on it. Yeah. You're writing a Game of Thrones book. Oh, that's awesome. Let me know when you're finished with that. All right, Heidi, you are up. Costume CO. Thank you for waiting. I appreciate it. Okay. Right in the header, I know what's going on. Costume CO. The analysis of cinematic costume. Okay, so when I talk about putting a tagline or talking about what your channel is about in your header, this is exactly what I'm talking about. She says what her channel name is, and then she says the analytics of cinematic costume. That tells me, that tells the viewer, the audience, exactly what her channel is about. So if you don't have a tagline, if you don't have a statement, a proposition value telling them what your channel is about or what you're going to give them on your channel, what value you bring to the viewer, you need to get one on there. This is perfect. I love it. I love the colors. Okay, coming down, checking out these thumbs. Okay, you've got one stream thumbnail, which is cool with your logo. I dig it. Then you come down to, there you are, Game of Thrones. Look at that. Then you come down to the actual thumbnails themselves. It looks like you're using the same fonts on the thumbnails. It looks like it. Yeah, you are. You're using the same fonts. I dig it. You're mindful of the timestamp, which is, you nailed it on that one. So many people miss the timestamp. I mean, you've placed these perfectly to where the timestamp does not get you. You're using the same fonts. I dig it. You've got the movie images in there. I dig it. I like those. I like that you've got the imagery in there. I like the different colors. You've got the fonts. I like it. I like it. I like it. The only thing I would do, Heidi, is this. Your little logo thing, your little reel, your little film reel up there, I would maybe experiment and put, one of these, maybe bottom left or something like that, an identifying marker. We talk about this a lot. An identifying marker in one of those corners or somewhere on your thumbnail to create that pattern. So, I mean, your thumbnails are pretty unique. But I would definitely put something on there just as an identifier so people know that is your thumbnail, no question about it. But I'm nitpicking here because I like your thumbnails. The other thing I would like to see you do is, and I don't have an idea off the top of my head, but I would like somehow, maybe it's because of, okay, I like what you're doing with your live stream thumbnail, but maybe because it's such a light background, maybe use that same imagery that's in your header in your live stream thumbnail to kind of pull that down. I think my disconnect is happening because it's just like, it's a vignette and it goes to like a grayish color. I would like to see that imagery, which it looks like Game of Thrones from up there, pulled down behind there, just like you have in your header. That would kind of pull that all together. And then for the thumbnails that you've got the color on here and your screen grabs from the movies, I would like to see some sort of identifying mark on there. And I would put that same mark. Well, if you're using your logo, you've got that mark on your live stream. So maybe shrink that down, stick it in a corner for the thumbnails that are part of the screen grabs here. I would also experiment. You've got the vignette going around your live stream here, right? I like that. I'm a big fan of vignettes. I might back it off a little bit though. I'd back that vignette off. I would put the imagery from your header underneath that. Don't make that vignette so hard. And then I would carry just a slight vignette, not too hard, just a slight vignette that's going to help you focus that in just a little bit. And then I would also put that vignette on your movie pictures. That way your vignette is kind of your look. So all of your thumbnails have a vignette, not this hard of a vignette, just a slight vignette, just a little bit of a vignette in there. Of course, you might have to nudge some of your font over just a little bit, some of your text. And I'm nitpicking here. I'm just thinking how you could level this up. But I would definitely reduce the amount of vignette from your live stream, pull the imagery underneath there, and then maybe pull a little bit of vignette on your images. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I'd pull that vignette down there on all of your thumbs, just a little bit, just a hint of it. So when I walk through the Snapseed, I'll try to do that next weekend if I can. When I walk through the Snapseed pictures, when I show the vignette on there, I'll show how to do that, just a slight vignette. But yeah, other than this, I like it. I like how colorful everything is. Man, okay. I love your header. I like your live stream thumbs, and I like your movie thumbs. But there is a disconnect happening. You can fix that, the live stream thumbs, by pulling the imagery in there, loosening that, or lowering the vignette there. Put that vignette on the other pictures. But they're just so colorful. I like that a lot. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. I would just try to get some way to pull everything together. And some of these older thumbs, just be mindful of the timestamp on some of these older thumbs. But these 7 months ago, 1 year ago, right, the timestamp's going to get you there. But look, you're killing it, man. Like you're on the path. You've got it. Again, just slight polishing, just a little bit of polish here or there, and you're good to go. Because I like what you're doing. I love the colors. I love the fonts that you're using. I actually like how you're putting yourself in the live stream here. Why did you take yourself out? I think that looks good. I like that. Nice and friendly. But yeah, Heidi, like all I can do for this is I can nitpick you because there's nothing major on here, right? It's just polishing up your graphics a little bit. That's all I would do. Yeah, but everything else looks good. That's tight. If there was something particular you wanted me to look at, go ahead and let me know. I'm happy to answer that. But yeah, as a glance, all I would do, you just need like a little bit of a polishing there. Just a little bit. I think it looks really good. Like I dig it. I'm a subscriber. I actually hate that I miss your live streams. You usually do live streams while like I'm dozing off or while I'm asleep or something like that. That's one of the downsides about being in. Nick and I actually talked about this. So there's a lot of people that we want to come into your live streams because you guys you come into our streams. We like you. We've gotten to know a lot of you. We want to come into your streams as well. But because of our time difference over here, it's really hard for this because most of you go live while we're either sleeping or we're about ready to crash out. All right, I'm going to hop into the form. You guys have been sending so many awesome questions in here. I'm going to hop in and answer some more of those. Let me see here. Oh, okay. So I see your question now, Jama Greek Crew. I just saw your question into the form. You say, I want your advice on family vlogging channel, my content, my thumbnails, any tips you can give me. I'm using an Android S8 for filming and editing. I'm just learning now. Fortunately for me, I have a friend who edits for me one time a week, but I want to step up my posting. And I was thinking of getting the Canon M50 after the holidays in my vlogging camera. Do you recommend it? Do you have any recommendations for starting? Okay, yeah, here's what I think. If you're just starting out, you got the Android S8, the Galaxy S8, fantastic camera. I think El Jefe Reviews has an S8, if I'm not mistaken. I already went over what I think you should do in terms of your channel, how it's looking. You know, you gotta get your vibe together. Apps that can help you since you are doing this on a phone. Snapseed and PicsArt, Picsart. And I'm gonna drop 1 second here. So here's a link to Snapseed Basics. And here's a link to, oh, they're not loading. 1 second here. That is a Snapseed Basics video. And I'm going to drop one for PicsArt. It's going to walk you through the process of how to do things with PicsArt. And I hope I just didn't double send this. I apologize if I did. Those are two apps that you definitely want to have on your phone. Android, iOS, it covers them both. That's going to help you really fine tune your thumbnails. And look, it's just something you got to practice at. You're just going to have to go in, lots of practice, lots of studying, looking at other thumbnails, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. It's a process. We all have to go through it. If you learn another language, you don't touch down to Mexico City and just start speaking Spanish if you've never studied Spanish, right? You have to study the language. You have to learn the language. The more you study, the better you get. The same exact thing applies here with YouTube. That goes for titles. That goes for thumbnail creation. That goes for creating videos that people want to watch. That includes your watch time and getting people to watch longer. It's things you just have to learn and you have to practice. So I hope I answered that for you. Moving on to the next question here. Let's see. Moving on. Okay, Beanie Draw says, how would you sync up multiple cameras with multiple frame rates for multiple angle editing on mobile? Man, I knew you were going to hit me with something hard like that. First of all, I would forget about the multiple frame rates. You could do it. You could try it. It might cause you some problems. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Beanie, you've got an iPad and you've got an iPhone, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, if you guys are running iOS operating system, iPhones, iPads, that sort of thing, even if you have old iPhones, there is an app. It's not free, but they do have a basic service. I want to say it's like $20 or something like that. For iOS only, it allows you to turn every iOS device into an individual camera, and you can use one of those devices to be a camera switcher. So if you're using all phone devices, same iPhone and iPad. Okay. So if let's say you have 3 iPhones, you can have an iPhone 10, an iPhone 7 Plus, and an iPhone 6. Those are camera sources. And if you have an iPad or another iPhone, you can use that as an actual camera switcher. So you can use the cameras of all the iPhones, another one for the switcher, and it actually changes all the cameras, right? You can put the cameras, you can put graphics on there, you can put overlays on top of it, and use your phone or iPad as an actual switcher. But if you're talking about using like an external camera, like we were talking about on Twitter, I don't think you can do that with Switcher. I think for that, you're going to have to bite the bullet. If you're trying to use external camera sources, you're going to have to use a laptop or something like that. Use something like Streamlabs OBS, like I'm using here. Pull those all in on camera sources. If you're, let's say you pick up a new action camera, you can run it out. You can get a Cam Link, an Elgato Cam Link. I think they're like $100 or something. And you can basically out of the camera into the Cam Link that will plug in USB into your camera. You can hit me offline on that and we can talk about this. Oh, you say the iPad and Android, Oppo phone, the new GoPros film in 60 frames per second, and my webcam's in 30 frames per second. I was thinking of exporting the footage to the iPad. You can do that. You could record it all, export it all, send it into the iPad, and you can edit. That could be a pain. You could also, if you have access, do you have a laptop? Do you have a desktop? I don't know if you do or not. If you do, you could actually record all of those inside of Streamlabs as you're going along and use something like Stream Deck, or use your phone and use the Stream Deck app as a camera switcher, and you can actually switch those on the fly as you're recording. So you're recording while you're doing the editing. So when you're finished, the piece is pretty much edited in terms of camera switching. That's probably something that I would do. The Mitten Dad says, what are your thoughts? And by the way, Beanie, reach out to me on Twitter or wherever on that. I'm happy to go deeper on that with you. It's all the camera switching and all that stuff. It can get complicated. So it just depends on what you got. Mitten Dad says, what are your thoughts on Google Hangouts versus OBS? I use, Nick and I both use Streamlabs for our live streams. It depends on what you're doing. Like if you're just doing a Hangout with a bunch of creators, like they do with Viper, for example, I knew they use Google Hangouts for that. I think that's fine, right? But if you're trying to do your own live stream show like this, like you see, I've got an overlay going on right here, like a ToBuddy overlay with a ticker that's going on here on the bottom, right? You're going to need something like that. I got my social media stuff on here. I got my chat stuff on here. I got these things built up with the live streams, right? I can get my iPhones in here, right? I can do all of this stuff inside Streamlabs, or you can do it inside of OBS, but I prefer Streamlabs. It's a kind of an upgraded system for that, and it's also free. But like you can do all of this stuff inside of Streamlabs or OBS. But as far as I know, you can't do any of that stuff inside of Google Hangouts. So hands down, if you want to do some sort of a live stream show or something like that, you're going to want something like Streamlabs. If you're just doing a Hangout, if you're calling into someone's show, Google Hangouts all day long. For example, if you wanted to call in right now on Google Hangouts, I could bring you in as a source, and we could do a split screen, and I can bring you in while you're calling in through Google Hangouts. So Streamlabs or OBS allows you to find multiple sources, pull those all into one interface and juggle them all. All right, I'm jumping back into the chat to see what is going on. I'm going to wrap this up here in just a little bit. Once again, if you've just joined us, or if you've learned anything, or if this chat has been, or this stream has been helpful to you in any way, or you just want to be like the coolest person out there and support the cause, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. When this video is over, it will be available for the replay after it encodes on YouTube. If I didn't get to your question, you can come back, leave a comment, ask your question there. I'll come in and I'll answer it over the next several days. Thumbs up, people, or give it a thumbs down, whatever. Engagement's engagement, right? Whatever you want to do. The Mitten Dad, nice. You have an affiliate link for Streamlabs. It's free. Streamlabs is free. That's the coolest thing about it. Okay, so here's how it works. OBS is open source. That means as a programmer, you can get OBS, you can dig into the code, and you can do whatever you want with it, right? Streamlabs took OBS, because you've probably heard Streamlabs OBS or SLOBs, which means SL for Streamlabs OBS, SLOBs, right? Streamlabs OBS. They took it, it's open source. They basically reskinned it, made it their own, added new features. And one of the cool things about it is you can sync it to their cloud. So now this doesn't work too well with images, but like the basic scenes, if you have multiple computers set up and you have the multiple images set up, it does pull down some of the images, but it doesn't pull down all of them. I have had a couple problems with that. You can go from multiple computers, log into your account, and it pulls all that stuff down. So I could go to Nick's house right now, log into my account there, and it's going to pull all of this stuff down just like this, so I could do my show at his house. And you can do camera switching, because the Streamlabs app, which I'll show you guys on a future stream if you're interested, the Streamlab app allows you to run Streamlabs on your desktop through the phone and use your phone as a camera switcher. So as I'm switching all of these like this, you can do the same thing on your phone. So yeah, their app is dope. Okay, we have gone live for 2.5 hours. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you learned something. I hope this was really helpful. Thank you to everyone who left a question in the forum. I apologize if I didn't get to you. I'm going to hold on to those. Like I said, I might use them in a future video. Josephine DeSmit, I hope you are having a better day. Keep your head up, girl. Thank you for everyone who dropped a super chat. Shannon Vlogs, you rock. You rock. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for hanging out. You guys hung out the entire time. I appreciate it. Again, give it a thumbs up if you like it. And I'll be here next Saturday with Nick. And then next Sunday, we'll be back on my channel. I'm going to get this set up so I can walk you through a Streamlabs tutorial, or I'm sorry, Snapseed tutorial, where I walk you through how to make your pictures pop, how to make them come to life. And it's just, you don't have to do much to make your pictures look a lot better. So once again, thank you, everybody. Thanks for super chats. Thanks for the questions. After this encodes on YouTube, it is going to be live. You can go back and you can leave your question in the comments, and I will get to it there. So thank you so much. I will see you next time. Have a great week. And are you getting anything for Cyber Monday? I don't know. See you guys. And that's the joys of being live. Sometimes you hit the wrong buttons. So yeah, I just hit my be right back. So we're going to try this again. See you guys.